tell me where the river goes. And even if we never get home, it's okay, that was the danger zone.
I'm joined today by Eeply and Bum, previously of the TF2 community, but I've heard they've since been exiled for gross immaturity. How's it going, boys?
It's going good. I'm excited to get into a new game after my exile.
Yeah. You know, Arena FPS really does welcome everyone. We are desperate. What's your experience of Diabotical thus far?
Former top 20 Rocket Arena player.
Theory.
From farming Elo when no one played that game mode.
Genuinely more impressive than anything I've ever done in this game. So there we are. We are going to be commentating all of the quals today and I believe tomorrow. It's normal Diabotical format. We've got the MacGuffin, we've got the Extinction, and we've got the beloved Wipeout. It's an interesting one, I think, this event, because this is the second iteration of all these teams. People presumably have made steps in the right direction. But I still think the old stalwarts are very, very strong. I'm very excited to see Diarrhea Slut, not because their name is good. I hate their name with a passion. But, well, they're very good. They did incredibly well last time to get second place. And we're actually about to get into a game. It is Doombringers versus 1, 2, 3. I'm quite familiar with Doombringers. They are sort of personal friends or people I've played with in the past. 1, 2, 3 I'm not super familiar with, but that's all right. I didn't see the pick down. Did someone else? No worries. No worries. That's fine. Going to Extinction, we're going on Oxide, and we're going to hope that Caster Lock and all that good stuff work. So Extinction on Oxide, I don't know how familiar you are, Bum, but this is sort of considered the more basic, the more routine of the two Extinction maps, and the one with less volatility, so typically the better team just wins. And it can get pretty stompy, as Arena FPS is wont to do.
Yep.
It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? If you're only slightly better than your opponent, you will 30-0 them in a game of Duel or TDM, and in Extinction, that just means the rounds go very, very quickly indeed. Player to watch for me is going to be Nessie here. Exceptional tracking, terrible movement, and has this really, really problematic flaw in his game where he can't weapon switch. So we'll stick on Nessie for a bit of comic relief.
Yeah, weapon switching, I've heard it's one of the things you should do from time to time.
Oh, loads, yeah. You should do very little else. Just always switching. But you can see in warm-up, he's already warming up that shaft and missing the crossbow. I think that's what we'll see from him. He's a bit of what we call in the Diabotical scene a shaft wanker. It's a real problem, honestly. It's a bit of a scourge, honestly. The whole scene is just infested with people that love shaft and can't use the other weapon.
Yeah, I hate aimer mains.
Right? Well, what's that about with the aiming? I wish they wouldn't.
I know. Why do you think I only played Rocket Arena? Can't play anything else. Having to track people, it's too difficult.
I mean, it's just a shocking state. Right. Higher seed picks first. Casters are ready. The players, though, they're confusing each other. You love to see it. And, what's great about this tournament format and the way that we don't have games sent to us is that if we end up behind schedule, we can wait for 30 minutes for a game. It's beautiful. So you better be ready to fill, Bum. And also...
Oh, I'm so ready to fill.
What's the story behind your name? We gotta know.
Alright, my last name in real life is Bumfrey, which is unfortunate. And then someone misheard it as Bumfreeze, and that's just been my name for the longest time since then.
That is brilliant. As a man whose last name is Teskey, and people in school often mispronounce that as Testy, I can relate. Just how it is. Are they still arguing about map picks? What's going on? Probably, right? Beautiful. So what's the appeal of Diabotical for you as a TF2 player?
I just enjoy arena FPS in general. Used to watch Quake, played a lot of Quake Champions when that was the arena FPS that was
Poor
alive.
boy.
And yeah, not a fan of the whole class abilities thing, so very easy for me to make the switch once this existed.
Well, we are in game now on board with Respa, who's quite an explosive little player, been around the scene for quite a while, very young, very mechanically gifted, and Scrim's an awful line. These guys on the side of Doombringer are real grinders. We're going to see Red go the way of weird rocks. Now they're pushing into this Mega. It's going to be a crucial pickup. It will be the second last major item before we get into that power up, and it's a Vindicator round. As you'll probably be familiar, Vindicator rounds are very swingy and very volatile. Things get out of hand quite quickly indeed.
Yeah, we do just see all of White Team waiting for this. They do get it now, and they're starting to move on towards Comnot. He's going to take a lot of shotty damage. Respa in to help him out here. Gets the frag eventually.
Retains control of this Vindicator, which is huge. Mega as well has the weaponry for it. 1 life versus 1, and this is when the game becomes like cat and mouse. Com not going to fall. It's rockets from above, and as always in Extinction, we miss the last frame. Beautiful.
Game starts in 3, round 2, 2, 1. Fight.
We're gonna stay on Nessie. You will be getting a shaft. He'll be very happy about that. Widrock's going to take one first. He'll be less happy about that, but this is undoubtedly, I think, the second most powerful gun. Or at least like the second most desirable one on this map. Pins are a little bit ahead of it. Some teams play it differently. I think, for instance, you're going to see a very shaft-heavy game coming out of Doombringer. And look at Nessie get so confused with his low sense. What a guy.
Yeah, just gets jumped and immediately taken down. Comnot's going to get Respa here, takes the 1v1 with the shaft on Weirdrocks. Weirdrocks gets the better of him. All that low ground shooting up with the shaft.
Deadly weapon indeed. Weirdrocks pushing a little bit too much there, though. And I hate to say it, I think the play we're seeing from both these teams thus far is just lacking a little bit in discipline. And I'm not too sure how they're really delegating here. I think Respa will be the life lead. It just makes sense off of his stack. It's something we've seen from Team Liquid, actually. They make the call on who will be life lead, not based on preference for player, but based on whatever spawn you get. So whoever spawns red armor is then life lead, which I think is quite an interesting way of approaching it. And I think we're seeing time and time again, having versatility in your roles in these team modes is absolutely crucial. The more limited you are as a team in terms of who can do what, the more you're likely to just run into a bad matchup at some point.
Yeah, and looks like Comnot is just going to get snuck up on behind by Nessie, and that will finish off round 2 for Doombringer. So
Doombringer.eu, by the way, one of the finest websites going. I would recommend everyone visit it. It's Doombringer.eu. Got a shill for my friend's game. Comnot on the red. Oh, tasty rocket. Also, Psycho is actually rocking a smiley dent as his avatar. That's Crazy Owl's avatar. It's nice to see, you know? The community bringing itself together. On the red now is Comnot and Psycho once again, both pretty stacked. Not nearly as stacked are the enemy team, and as we come into the power-up room soon enough, I'm half expecting Comnot to get there. He's having some issues with the door, though, and the shotgun doing shotgun things, i.e. no doubt.
And he'll just go down to Respa there with the shaft fight.
It's
Waiting on the power-up now, as it does come in. Psycho's getting farmed off this teleporter. He's going to go down.
yeah. Now Respa just going to be able to heal Nessie up, heal himself up with the life steal as well. 1 life, all that remains on the side of 1, 2, 3, and that could be a problem. I think it will. Resper on the Mega. His teammate still getting healed. Direct for good measure. And now cutting him off. Comnot's got no escape. Surely it's going to be a 3-0. Already Doombringer looking the better team in every which way.
Yeah, they are really running away with this one. Had control of the power-ups in every round throughout the game and just destroyed with them. So we'll see if 1-2-3 can turn this around at any time here.
The rich get richer in Arena FPS. It's just how it is. A tiny, tiny difference in skill can end up in, you know, a scoreline like this. Resper doing some great work with the pincer. And well, I barely even saw him on my screen. Lovely stuff. On the red now. Yeah, he's definitely life leader. They play him in that position every round. And I think it's an interesting thing where you can approach it in multiple different ways. So some teams have dedicated life leaders, some have it situational, some have it based on, like, I've heard some do it based on map even, kind of weird. And we're seeing all of those philosophies tried out. Having a dedicated life lead means that they should play their position very well, but I just feel like you're going to end up with a few duff rounds because of it. Resper making it work thus far, though.
Yeah, they find themselves the power up again and just take the victory 4-0. Very clean. Resper was just farming people earlier. He actually had 1 HP and managed to trade out with someone by hitting a direct. Just going 1-for-1, making the most of literally nothing in his stack and getting the upper hand with it. Doombringer just really ran away with that one.
Yeah, didn't look close. I'm not sure there's much you can say about, you know, how they played in terms of what they did, you know, better or worse, because I think everything was better. We're going to be going to Marina, though. MacGuffin, of course, very, very different. But I honestly really don't like taking them to Marina. I probably would have gone for a sunken pick here. Marina being as open as it is, with the sightlines as long as they are, really, really helps aimers. And that's what Doombringer has in spades.
Yeah, Doombringer have been way on top in all the fights, but as you say, MacGuffin, a very, very different game mode. Can't just be fragging things to win, despite that being most of what happens in Arena FPS.
Yep.
That is an objective to play this time around.
We'll have to see how they handle it. We're getting ready here on Marina. It's probably the most played map and mode. I think it's just what gets picked the most often. It's simple. It's fairly easy to pug on. Yeah, a lot of teams like it, and so you end up with actually a slightly more refined game, I think, on Marina than Sunken, for instance, which with its complexity, not that many teams are able to play properly. It's really only that upper echelon that have a proper grasp of it. Anyway, MacGuffin coming up. Bit of a desperate jump in from Resper there. Nox on the high ground. You're going to get bested, though. And while Psycho does get a touch on the MacGuffin... Ooh, nobody going for it? What in the world? Okay, Weird Rocks is on it. Nessie was getting the Mega. And there is the inaugural cap. High ground here. So powerful. Weird Rocks drops, though? I don't know about that decision, honestly.
Nox
we do have the defense
immediately
coming
picks up the MacGuffin, but it's back down again as Nessie will reclaim it. It's immediately capped back up, so just needs to defend for now.
And Vindicator in defense for his team is absolute. It's so damaging. Aggressive Vindicator's decent, but not nearly as good as defending Vindicator. And so we're going to see them rack up quite a score. Weird Rocks now gets to come in for the pull. Gets taken down, though. The shotgun, a little bit of an ambitious range, I feel. Even with the triple damage, not getting all that much done. And Resper round the bot. Absolutely sensational play. Like I said, mechanically, this kid is so gifted.
Yeah,
in
just
relative terms, yeah, exactly. It's, like in relative terms, he's pretty new to Arena FPS. He started playing, I believe, Reflex in 2015. But this is Arena FPS, so 5 years is that's new.
Yeah,
And he's
Little
come on.
baby.
He's come on such a way. I remember playing some of his first duels with him, and I'd trash him. But these days, there would be no competition again.
Enemy MacGuffin.
Oh, the MacGuffin is back in the hands of Doombringer now. Respa delivers it. It's being fought by 2 players though. They have the high ground above him. Takes down Comnot, but they're immediately gonna capture this one. They haven't managed to get it to their side at all as of yet.
No. Look at the stack of Nessie. Double red, uncontested. This is... it's going to be really hard to knock him down, and he can just hold any position he wants right now.
Yeah, and now the MacGuffin is captured for the side of 1-2-3 for the first time this game. But Nessie's stack is huge. He's just fighting 2 players, letting Respa get in on the point. He chucks the MacGuffin away to his team. So now Nessie going to be able to immediately bring this back, get back in control of the game.
And back to Hollow. Such powerful position, as we well know. A little bit overzealous there, though. Respa's going to be picking up the Vindicator with 16 HP. MacGuffin on Comnot. We should have a bit of a clash in the midfield. Respa hits that one every day of the week, and now charging forward with the shaft. Takes down Nuxnock as well. Comnot with the MacGuffin, but no cap. This is Respa's house. Thank you very much.
Respa just one-tapping everything with this super damaged pincer. Will eventually recap as well, takes out an insta-kill on Psycho as well as the power-up wears off. Omnot's coming in, but he's taking a 1v2 with Weird Rocks and Respa. They're just collecting all the frags here, Doombringer.
It's great play, honestly. Respa, the savior of this round, just getting so much work done. And from defensive positions, from aggressive positions, I actually love the way he postured in the midfield as well. Knowing, and that's quite a mature play in my opinion, knowing when you have that space, because MacGuffin, when you play it sort of mindlessly, is just like chase the MacGuffin, just go where it goes. You know, nothing else to it. Defend if you've got it, attack if you haven't. But Respa with a slightly more nuanced take on things, plays for that midfield control as well. Lovely stuff, and now I think they will be able to make this overtime stick. There's not going to be a touch, and that's round 1, 114.
Yeah, really not close at all. All the power-ups again seem to be falling in control of Doombringer almost all the time, and they're just able to roll the momentum off that. Respa, of course, having huge plays with those. As the second round does begin now. Respa gets the first frag onto Nuxnox. Nessie going down in the back lines as well. People are just trading frags for now. MacGuffin's not up yet.
Respa going to get knocked down before second red. A good bit of teamwork coming out there from 1-2-3, but the MacGuffin in the hands of Doombringer once again. Respa's going to be running that out. Comnot tries to pin him. Now 1v2. Weird Rocks. Can he make it happen? He can't. Psycho's there. Gets dropped himself though, and it is a little bit of a mess here over by the Mega. As everyone's falling, everyone's dying, nobody can cap. And it doesn't look like it's about to change. Nuxnox gets the throw. Team actually body blocking, but Respa for the triple. It's Nessie with the MacGuffin before the cap. It's Weird Rocks with the power up. And from what was supposed to be such a chaotic situation, it's gone all the way of the Doombringer.
Yeah, it really looked like it was in 1-2-3's favor for the majority there, and all of a sudden, you know, Respa does that, and now we are fully in their control once again. Nessie getting frags on Comnot and Psycho. They're going to be able to bring the MacGuffin straight back. Weird Rocks is super stacked right now.
We're going to have a look at what he's up to now. Weird Rock's not a player I'm familiar with, actually. Respa and Nessie I both know sort of personally. So I wonder where they found this guy. He's doing alright thus far, though. Keeping up in terms of damage. In fact, doing a whole lot better than keeping up. He's at 4k, when Nessie's only at 2.4, and I don't think Nessie's having a bad game.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, when you're able to not do much and your team is just destroying to this level. Again, no cap yet for 1-2-3. They do actually manage to collect the MacGuffin now. We'll see if they can actually put it on the A point for the first time this game.
Yep, Nuxnuck's going to be making that run. Ooh, the plus back rockets weren't quite there. Nessie going to throw up. Not like that, right? There's another throw. And this is just efficient play. Nuxnuck's willing to set. Nessie there with a pincer off the mark though. And okay, opportunity knocks. This could be a cap. But moreover, this could be something they hold. But oh, Respa's there. Weird rocks as well. It was all going so well.
Yeah,
but
Weird
then,
Rocks
come apart.
just defending the enemy goal with the shotgun, getting all the frags, and now Respa hops it all the way over to his base, caps that up. There's just more and more time going the way of Doombringer, and every second counts, and even though they only have it captured for about 5 seconds there, that's an extra bit of score. MacGuffin will go down in the middle area.
Oh,
Again,
Comnot, you
Weird
can't
Rocks
miss
will
that.
chuck it away. Comnot with the power up. It looks like he's going to get 2 frags and go down here. Now the MacGuffin still in Nuxnox's hands, but Nessie blocks it just as he gets there.
Nessie on the red with the MacGuffin now. I would love to have the statistics on who gets what in terms of major items. Sadly, the technology is not yet there. It would be nice.
Comnot now looking to get the MacGuffin captured. There's no contest in terms of Doombringer, so they're going to be able to hold on to this one for a while. It's not going to instantly flip-flop. Weird Rocks now actually is on the point, and the uphill frag from Nessie just railing him from behind the point there. Immediately, Respa gets control of the MacGuffin and caps it off straight away.
Mutual frag. You'd love to see it. This could well be the twilight moments of this game. Comnot trying to get out. There's been a bit of a desperation throw of the MacGuffin. Now it's on Psycho. Red for Comnot as well. Not the worst situation in the world, but Respa's there. And the fragging power of Doombringer just always making it happen at the moment they need to.
Yeah, and there's no time left now. 123 need to throw themselves at this as the Vindicator comes up. Overtime on point. Comnot's jumping in, just gets shafted out of the sky by Respa. And once again, it's an extremely clean game for Doombringer, not looking threatened at all throughout this map.
No, it's a pretty routine 3-0, honestly. 2-0, rather. Didn't ever look in doubt. The better team won, I think that's safe to say. And they'll be going forward and looking a little bit scary. I'm just going to check the bracket now. I wonder if their winner, if they've got an opponent. Yeah, they do. They're going to be versus No Idea, which is Cubson, Karvik, and Nico. A pretty strong team, so I'm not sure if that'd be a good matchup. We'll have to see what we get. So I'm plugged into the back end of Smash GG, and I can see the chat that the teams have together, and I can jump in and just steal their codes when they post them. So we'll see what's available. However, I do think that we'll be saying goodbye to Bum for now.
Yep.
And saying hello to Eeply. And hopefully we'll get into a game very soon. We will go for a quick break, and then when we're back, a team versus another team. And welcome back to Tim Conlon, the home of Tim Conlon. Today, EU quals for Diabotical. I'm now joined by a different man from the TF2 scene, Eatley. How you doing today, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. I've had me me little bit of breakfast. You know, my cup of tea. Everything's looking pretty good.
Nice, nice. I made a big stir fry. Some of it sitting next to me. I should probably finish that at some point. But I feel I'm going to need some coffee before the day is out because I did not sleep.
See,
Which is
I
smart.
did sleep, but I did all of my sleeping after about 6 a.m. in the morning. So
Right.
you know, the
He's
fact
groggy.
that I am so funky fresh looking right now is a testament.
Well, our next game should be a good one. It's going to be Nibufi. I always have to check how to pronounce that one. 'Cause it's like how people always missay Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi is correct. People say Mitsubishi. Same thing. And they're going to be going up against THCT7, which is a reference to one of the finest Reflex maps ever made. It, of course, being a team of Reflex players. So it is going to be Buckster, Firebot, and Neutrino for Nibufi, and DK, Kato, and Santil for THCT7. I think Nibufi are seriously advantaged here. I think player for player, they're better. I think coordination-wise, they're going to be better. But THCT7, you know, they've got a chance if they are explosive, quick players, very aggressive. And that is often what leads to upsets.
Yeah, you know, maybe they've just got the heart and the soul. Sometimes that's everything you need in a game. You can get out-aimed, out-positioned, out-timinged, but if you've got the heart and soul, you know, or just all-out aggression. We were saying a couple of seconds ago, now I got a lot of respect for the boys coming from Reflex. It was a good game, and like you said, it was a little bit Wild West. If you can go through, you know, the depths of some of those weird Reflex tournaments and come out alive, some of the
one-map
weird like
cups.
Russian weekend ones were just like, whoo, they were hot.
I remember casting them. It was a great time. That was where I was forged and formed. Was Reflex. So I'll always be grateful to it for that. Grateful. Whole lot. I've forgotten how to say. I'll always be grateful for Reflect. What a game. What
You'll
a
be
bunch of
grateful-
players we have in front of us.
Yeah, you know, you can be grateful from a distance while also mourning somewhat. You know, it was a beautiful child. Really, too beautiful for this world, really. you
Whole
know?
lot. Back in the set.
Oh, look at that. You're left just with me to give my insight on the world of Arena FPS. To me, it's quite fun. Oh, thank God he's back. Whew. We didn't have to weather storm too much.
Pour out one for your Reflex, boys.
Oh. Oh, damn. Look at that.
Rest in peace, Reflex.
I'm getting quite emotional right now.
We hardly knew you. The beauty of the TimCon stream as opposed to the official one is you can drink on it.
You can't drink on the official one? What's the... What?
I know. I've been having words with HR for weeks. God,
This
it's inhumane. These working conditions, they won't stand.
The problem is, right, like, this is why I'm interested in Diabotical, right? Because my view of esports was forged on the good studio content, you know, back in the early days, in the wild west of esports, where there were no rules, right? My assumption is just that Diabotical was just going to be more of the same. What are these rules and restrictions they're putting up right now? What?
I know. I've had to do all of them sober. The official tournaments. It's shocking. But today will not be that day. Today we are on the Taguchi 8 year. And we're having a great time. Right. Nabifi. Something. I'm going to check. And then I'm really going to try to remember. Nibufi versus THCT7 here on Icefall for Extinction. You played much Extinction?
Like a bit here and there, honestly. We got quite big into doing it on Diabotical in like the beta. We were kind of like super keen on it, and then kind of as more and more things have come out, quite stupidly, really, you know, you have all this new content to enjoy, and then other things have got a bit in the way. So played a bit here and there, not that much. We were super into seeing what was going on in the world of Wipeout. Basically when it like very first came out.
Oh, it's wild.
You know,
'Cause-
that was weird in the early days. The whole 5v5 world of Wipeout is so bizarre compared to like 4v4 and 3v3. I'm glad they made some changes, you know.
Absolutely. Go to Deutschland.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
or I'm just reading chat a second, and this has taken me immediately right back. You know, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna, you know, not 100% certain. Coming from a bit of a different game, is it going to be the same? No, people are still whinging about servers, which is
Oh,
like,
mate.
it's the heart and soul of every game.
It's if you play Quake Champions, you get to moan about servers on LAN. Beautiful. Whereas Diabotical, I believe, actually, well, we've done Diabotical LANs. I'm not sure if the functionality still exists, but it did once upon a time. So that was good. I think this could be a bit of a stomp. Nibufi are a team that has so much potential. 3 very strong duelers, not with a huge amount of team experience. But I feel like that you can always pick up. The individual decision making, the combat skills, the timing that they have as duelers is going to be much harder, in my opinion, to pick up than coordination. Whereas THCT7, I mean, I guess also, like, they're not ex-pros or anything. They haven't trained for hours and hours and hours. But they're reasonably strong. So let's hope we get a bit of a contest. I think Extinction on Icefall is not quite as much of an equalizer as Wipeout is, where really the skill disparity closes in. But it certainly is more volatile, and I think you're going to see more upsets happen on Icefall than you would on, say, Oxide.
Yeah, I can see it. It makes sense whenever you've got those. I don't know. In the world of TFT, we always kind of tend to think of things like any map which is either newer or slightly kind of more enclosed. can make it just a little bit more likely to have those upsets. You know, there's a couple different things you can do, but looks like
Right.
gonna be getting nice and started here.
And we're going to stick with my boy DK for a little bit. Going to try and follow him through this round. Quite an established and successful reflex player. He's got very, very good shot. And of course, MG to go with it. Buxter's going to fall, as does DK. Kato and Santiel have all taken a spill. It's only Firebot left on 3 lives. And Firebot, I imagine, though I could be wrong, and this should be the life leader for Nibuthi. They are... No, they, as in Firebot, incredibly risk averse, very powerful on the defense, and I think he'll play that role exceptionally well. Whereas both Buxter and Neutrino have a little bit more get up and go about them.
Yeah, you can see there's logic to having that little bit of balance, you know? You can have someone play a little bit more free. You've obviously, as long as you've got the weaponry to play with it as well, you can play more passive, go for that kind of, you know, keep it chill, let the rest of your boys get the aggro frags. Looks like exactly that seems to be happening so far. Like you said,
Yeah.
quite comfortable right now. Firebot, will he actually manage to lose a life just about?
Santiel.
Finally?
Nice from Santiel, and really crucial with the Vindicator now on Neutrino. 200 HP as well. Oh, it's only one shot away from devastation, disaster, and tragedy. That is the first round going to Nibuthi.
In round 2.
Comfortable. You're gonna need something, right? I'm gonna need something from my boys already. It's only 1 round, but you can't let yourself get in that defeatist mindset. I want to see some boys bringing the heat right now. I want to see Fireball getting some early death maybe.
Yeah, I'd really put the cat amongst pigeons, wouldn't it? I think one of the strengths, though, of duelers, perhaps more so than dedicated team players, is they have to adjust their plan on a, like, you've got to be able to turn things around in duel. If you get hit by one rocket, that completely changes how you approach everything. And so I think that Nibuthi should be quite adaptable to things going on. We'll have to see, though. They are still a new team, of course, and I think they qualified last time around, but I want to say they maybe only got top 8. Which, you know, not bad. These tournaments are pretty stacked these days. But they aren't this unbeatable final boss by any means.
No, yeah, it makes sense. They're good, but they're not that good. They're still looking,
Right.
yeah, looking still pretty confident here. Yeah, this is gonna be so difficult at this point. Issy boy Santo doing his very best, just trying to live his life. Oh my God, 1 HP, nice. Finish up there.
And he's dead.
Yeah. Gave it a go.
Extinction. You beautiful, beautiful game.
Round 3.
I love spectating Extinction. It really does feel like there's no winning. And I'm a masochist in life. I hate pleasure and I love pain.
Thank God.
I love
Otherwise,
missing
you'd be quite
frags.
miserable.
Hugely miserable if you're a masochist. Neutrino with a slow Weeble. And the pincer. He's having a bit of a mare though. Finally will take down Santiel. There will be a Siphonator round. This is pretty universally agreed to be the worst power up. And so you'll see, and this is something that James talked about a lot on the previous official streams, how you play around power up, how you prioritize it. And on a Siphonator round, it's more like you take it if you've got a good position for it. Like, you need more of a reason to show up than just because for Siphonator. It needs to be because you have a stack advantage, because you're looking to fight any. But that, you know, that may change. The matter's still very up in the air, as Buxter does have a look onto the Siphonator, but it's going to go the way of DK. 2 lives for him and 2 for Kato as well. DK taken down at range, and Firebot collects. Now it heals his 2 teammates up. And that is a little bit heartbreaking for THCT7. He did so much to get that power up in the first place.
Yeah, basically went down instantly, and now once again on the back foot, as seems to be more or less this entire game for them. We have a lot weighing on the shoulders of Kato right now. We do actually have... I want to say it's possible. I want to sit here in the world and say it's possible.
Just want to say a very warm welcome to the world of Arena FPS casting. No, you will never see a close game. This is how it is, and we love it, apparently. Go watch Quake World TDM if you really want to get into the dregs of it, though, where you see the 200-4 scorelines. Honestly,
that's what I love about Arena FPS. That's the whole idea that you can be slightly better and that will amount to just like people just getting absolutely annihilated.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for that. You know, it builds character when you spend, you know, the first few years of your career just getting -1 in every game you play. Maybe that's just me.
No. It's so I played Quake first in 2010. Played a little bit of Quake 3, not Quake Live because you had to pay for it at that time. It was just me and one other friend called Daniel, and we played every day for a year. And we probably played on average about 3-4 duels a day. I won 1 duel in a year, so probably out of about 1,000, I won 1. That was good time. Definitely not horribly depressing, and made me form a really unhealthy self-esteem issue. No siree.
No, absolutely wouldn't worry about that. We do actually see maybe this is the one game for them this year. We do actually see a round count back, so like I said, I like saying it's possible. Maybe they're finding out what they need to be doing here on the side of THC. Not too bad, super early on as well. Maybe they've got what it needs.
Vindy round. Volatile. If they get on that, could be a difference maker. DK gonna fall though, and that's Kato left with just 1 life. And things, I mean, they really do. They do spin on a sixpence, don't they? And it's going to be so hard because Kato can't really show up to this Vindicator. It's too risky. That means they're fighting 2v3. They haven't been on the last Red Omega. Neutrino's now got that Vindicator, and he is going to move forward with impunity. Kato has managed to get a red, but yeah, tough.
Yeah, immediately then this gets nuked down into the dirt. Yep, and this is Neutrino's opportunity just to farm a couple people, you know, again, building up that little bit of ego. Showing some of his dance moves, moving all the way around the map.
Trino having a bit of a map, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to switch over to Kato now. Playing by this shaft. Is he getting an escort? Is he getting a defense? Yeah, it looks like they are holding their position, waiting for some information, but I mean, they're up against 3 people with lives, so they haven't really got much of a direction. It will now be Buckster, a ghost. Made a ghost, rather. 5-bot and Neutrino, both with a little bit of stack. Kato comes here, would love to have collected the Mega, but his teammate had to take it, and he's going to fall. And that is 3-1.
A little bit sad. I feel like it was possible just then. Kind of got pincered by like a player on either side of him. If he could have committed that forward, maybe just a little bit earlier, got that frag, and then turned around. But really unfortunate timing.
Yeah. DK. He's got to... I mean, we just need to see something big. We need to see a real adaptation because what they're currently doing isn't working very well whatsoever. And you can see they're not bad players at all, but as I say, Nabufi, I think, is probably slept on a little bit in terms of their potential. I understand people's skepticism towards 3 dual players all playing together, but I think they'll catch on quick. They did well last time. I think they're going to do better this time.
Yeah, like I said, like in the world of these kind of games, like the mechanical stuff can take years and years and years, but if you take the time to then dedicate yourself to, you know, specific, like, I don't know, strategies within the team-based game modes, yeah, it definitely seems like that's something you can get into kind of far quicker, especially if you have that foundation where you can a little bit just rely on clicking correctly a lot, you know?
Right. And the individual decision making is so crucial, and they will take their engagements very well. And it's an interesting thing when you give a dual player a power up, they tend to go a bit overzealous with it. They're just like, whoa, hold up. Oh, a huge advantage.
Let's just go.
Yeah, push, and you can see Neutrino doing it now. Walking around, not a fear in the world. He's got stack, he's got Vanguard, he's got a pincer, and he hasn't got any worries in his life, I'll tell you that.
No, this is going to be, once again, sad little situation. Santao's going to be doing the very bestest to try and get anything. Like, there's so many lives, though.
The little life leader that could.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You know.
He's going to get a Mega. Oh. Win it. You have to win it. No, Sandkill. No. 4-1. THCT7 is now going to take us to Wellspring. I would put my money on it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
And I think it's smart. We like to call Wipeout the great equalizer because no matter how bad you are, it's only bloody Wipeout.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, you know? You just gotta live your life sometimes. And I respect that. Shake off, you know. It doesn't matter. I mean, at least they got around, right? You know? Whenever
Yeah.
you get around, to me, maybe I'm just someone who's lost a lot in their life. But in my head, I'm always very much thinking, didn't get rolled though, so.
Didn't get
don't really
rolled.
care.
Yeah, cracking, mate.
Yeah, got around, you idiots.
We're staying on Marina, it would seem. They're happy with the pick. I think that makes sense. I mean, I thought they might go Wipeout, but MacGuffin would be the secondary pick there. You really get to make use of your movement skills, your aggression, because this is the one where you're allowed to die the most. You just go and die. It's fine.
You go in, you die, then at some point you remember that old objective exists, and you're like, okay, I'll die vaguely near that next time.
Maybe. If you fancy. To answer a question in the chat, will I be casting the duel tournament today? No. That will be Press OK and Connex5 over on the Get Cracked channel. I will, however, after this, be casting the Pigeon Classic Warthorpe duel. So, yeah. Plenty of casting today, and indeed tomorrow. Kato does have the MacGuffin. Run that out through, I believe we call that Chunk. I don't know why. I believe it's called Chunk, though.
Okay, I'll make a note of that for the future. It's a good name. I'm digging it, you know? I'm liking this, you know? Your boy's got his high ground. He's got his LG. He's happy. He's living his life. Racking up them numbers. Ooh! Crispy.
Very crispy. Everyone just scared of Firebot, though, who is waiting Mega. And this is something that I know James and FaZe and other high-level players I've talked to like a lot. A Vindicator isn't going to last multiple waves of attack anyway. So you may as well invest heavily in it going well. Which means if you waste half of the time of the Vindicator getting a Mega, it doesn't really matter. That's actually ideal. Because you're never going to use more than about 15 seconds of it anyway.
Makes a lot of sense. I'm liking how much they're racking up here. 53 points already, just keeping it funky fresh. Not a cap in the world of Nabufi just yet. Objective-based game modes, you know?
You're familiar with them, I know. So all the TF2 game modes are objective-based, aren't they?
They are. No one cares about your
TDM.
frags as much as people live their life defined by them. Doesn't matter. It's all about the old 5CP and a little bit of Koth every now and then.
I like Koth. Koth's good. When I played TF2, I almost exclusively played Scout on Koth.
Ah, you're one of those people.
I'm one of them.
I see. Scout mains on a Koth. It's like those guys who only play position 1 in Dota. It's like, I know you're a human. Just wish sometimes you weren't.
I did only play position 2 in Dota. I'm a mid player. So
Oh, that's fine.
and I'm a mid player in LoL. I take all the greedy, flashy roles. Apart from in arena FPS, where I'm just shy.
You get all the big numbers in the other games, just to kind of satisfy yourself to play another week of getting annihilated.
Yeah, it's the power fantasy. I actually get to have a power fantasy in other games. In arena FPS, my terrible hands and inconsequentially, undamaged mind just can't cope. It's a sad life. But anyway, Buxter's got a power up, hasn't he? DK has got the MacGuffin. It looks like he's dying though. And he's dead. Throwing the MacGuffin up into the midfield, collected by Firebot, and now surely brought back Neutrino. Will pick up the power up once again, and Firebot has a little bit of a moment reclaiming the MacGuffin. I think he'll do all right. And yeah, it's a decent pull coming out from the boys on THCT7, but the power up a little bit too strong.
This is actually looking like it's going to be really, really equal after that first map. So this is looking pretty good. We do see after quite a huge deficit, things are looking a little bit stronger now for your boys on Nabufi. You do see Neutrino incredibly low. Does it matter if he hits the rails though? Nope, not hitting them today.
You got to as well. You've got to. Buxter doubling up. The savior, and look at this stack. No Vindicator for 45. Nabufi could well nip this one in the bud right now.
That's going to be a little bit heartbreaking after, like I said, that huge advantage. It's going to be good. And I'm liking, oh my days, we have some crispy little bit of shotgun going on. And yeah, they're looking super good, getting some all-important frags now. It's going to be all these players inside of THC trying to get their way towards this to try and get some continued overtime, keep on blocking. Get
comes
fragged
Kata.
one by one. Oh!
Oh,
Unlucky, buddy.
unlucky.
Gonna...
Bet all these shots look crispy when there's not mad desync, eh? Eh?
What can you do? You know, what can you do? Just living that kind of life. I want to take a moment to shout out who I believe is an OG TFT boy there. Your boy Fanva. He was there at my first ever LAN years and years ago.
Nice. I think I've seen the name around. Don't know why.
MacGuffin spawning in 10,
Didn't follow much TF2, but I always wanted to, then just never got around to it. Watch some of the ice series.
Ooh.
2, 1.
Trino with the stack. This is looking like a great start. I believe he got double red basically. Yeah, this is pretty textbook. And now they get to set up in their positions: one high ground, one hollow, one midfield, contesting the mega. And you can see Neutrino hit from the high ground. He's got carte blanche to do whatever he wants.
He does. I mean, he's in like that good position, gets all that high ground, gets some decent damage, but everyone just kind of swarms all the way around him, so
Enemy Vindicator.
we'll be losing it just about there.
MacGuffin.
Does continue to get frags. That's seems to be the recurring theme where, you know, they'll lose things just a little bit and then they'll kind of just get 3 really quick frags and then they're like, nah, we can go ahead, take things again. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this LG, he's just doing it, bringing it right back to his buddies.
It's all too easy for Firebot, isn't it? With the Vindicator as well. He's doing a cracking job. A question in the chat. I think a rude person trying to get a rile out of us, but I will humour them anyway. New viewer here. Who is the one that sounds like he's a gnome emperor? I don't know. Is that me or is that you?
That's me. The kind gentleman asking that question is the guy in charge of EU coverage for Team Fortress 2.
Excellent.
For the last how many years. He, you know, he's one of them guys. I've been corrected. It is for TFTV, not Europe as a whole. I apologize. I will take a dock in my salary for that one.
Yeah, you surely will. They're going to bring it back. Okay. This is looking quite routine at this point. Firebot coming in. Blaster we're seeing used so much these days, and I love it. It's such a powerful weapon.
Team MacGuffin. Enemy MacGuffin.
It's still ongoing.
Enemy
Yeah,
MacGuffin.
I don't know. I feel sad. I feel sad for you boys. THC. They looked like they had something different going on to begin with, but ever since like that kind of, I don't know, 3 minutes into it, they've just been on so much the back foot. They're trying to get a hold of things, but like, it does seem like just such a significant kind of DM difference right now. Continue to just get fragged a little bit into the dirt. 90 points already. This is looking just, like you said, routine. Routine is the word.
Yeah. It's
Overtime.
a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Firebot going to be holding from Hollow. Comes out with the shaft. Actually gets taken down by Santil, but here's Neutrino with the Vindicator. 1-2. It's over. 2-0 for Nabufi. And that will be THCT7 dropping to the loser's bracket. I think we're going to stick with Nabufi as they will be playing Proof next. Proof, of course, the reformed animal squad. Out goes Juve? Yeah, out goes Juvenile, in comes FaZe. A lot of people think that's an upgrade. I certainly do, alongside Bus Driver and Lith. A very, very powerful team indeed. We're going to see what Nabufi can do to stop them. But I believe we will be going on a short break for now, and then I will be handing it over to Eeply and Bum for our next match. See you in a bit.
Hello. We are back. This time, you know, our carer, GMT, is not with us for the minute. You're going to be stuck with me and obviously Bum. Going to be taking over for the, you know, the TF2 caster section of this here little tournament, you know? Bum,
Yeah.
are you nervous? Are you scared?
Mercy of us now.
You were. I didn't hear half of what you said there, but I heard mercy
Oh.
of us, so.
Yeah,
I think
chat are
it's
at the mercy of us now. They should be the ones that are scared. This is a TF2 stream now.
This is. Have fear. So, obviously, I don't know about you. I was going to say we don't. I know that I definitely don't know a great deal about these teams, other than the fact that your boys, Nabufi, kind of fragged last game, and I want to see them put through their paces just a little bit more. You know, no one likes the overdogs in any situation. So, I want to see something a little bit closer. It's been a couple one-sided games today.
Yeah, seen a lot of roles so far. Hopefully, Proof can put up more of a challenge against Nabufi.
I have faith in my boys. I have faith. Looks like, yeah, people just going to be getting themselves ready up. You know what we could do? You know, be really funny. You know what would make us look like morons?
Yeah.
What if we make some predictions based on next to no knowledge?
Oh, I'd love that. Based on which team has the nicer player names and stuff.
Or we can save the embarrassment and we can just get ourselves started here now. I'm going to make sure I'm actually,
Starting off on MacGuffin.
This is true. What do you know anything much about this map?
No clue. No clue at all. You can't get me to analyze anything in this game. I'm a duel-only gamer when it comes to arena FPS most of the time. But MacGuffin's spawning right about now. It's going to go to the hands of Liths. He throws it away to Bus Driver, so it looks like the first cap's coming in for Proof right at the start here.
Yeah, looking pretty good. You can start racking up those couple of numbers. Still very much early game. Nice little frag there. Firebot once again asserting dominance, playing his what appears to be his go-to, you know, stand around. Ooh, actually, days, my days. Just kind of jumping in, getting amongst him, and just doesn't want to stop. 26 HP, dude just doesn't care. Stone cold. And he still gets neutrino. Oh.
Yeah, Proof just like ganked them several times there, just ambushing them with several players, getting all the frags their way, and they do recap the MacGuffin now. Lith's trying to defend, not going to work out.
Oh my days. Yeah, and we do see your boy Bus Driver driving the bus through all three players there, living his best life. Because the thing is, right, when you have LG and you have 1 billion damage, you can just do whatever you want. He's just... That's five in a row. Stone cold.
Yeah, don't need to just wipe the team once, but if you do it twice, that'll be good enough, I suppose. Still in control of the MacGuffin and gets a heavy stack as well, just taking on 2 players, 3 players all by himself.
Ooh.
Bus Driver going nuts with his massive stack, wiping all the players on Nabufi, and now they have more than half the time on this point capped up. He's finally going to get taken down there by FaZe.
Don't know. He is actually just hitting so many rockets right now. This is brutal. We have a scrappy little fight there. Still doing pretty okay here. Firebot does get into position, does go for a little bit of a throw, does get picked up as well. So alongside that frag, they should be looking to get this first little bit of cap. They are on a pretty significant deficit right now, but you know, if they start racking up those numbers, if they can continue playing a little bit on the old defensive.
Yeah, Neutrino getting that first cap up for Nabufi, but then missing a couple of critical pincers, means it goes straight back the way of Proof. Running it all the way through lower, but runs into 2 players, both shafting him down. So Buckster going to be able to take that straight back to base and get some more cap time.
Enemy MacGuffin.
Yep, gonna be seeing again some more scrappy little fights right now. Oh my god. They are somehow, yep, they are getting a better end of this on the side of the Nabufi again. Unfortunate timing there. Oh my days. FaZe has hit 2 crucial little shots that takes down 2. And that keeps us a little bit within control of his team. And a third as well. That's going to be nice. He's got a Vindicator. So once again, he is just going to be a terrifying individual. You do not want to walk into him in a dark alley in the middle of the night. It's just going to be... Yeah, picking up one nice and easy. This is opportunity to build a little bit of ego. Yeah, looking good already. 95. So they should be looking just to take this on out. There's going to be just a little bit of overtime here, and the Boofy's going to have to do everything they can to try and get towards this point. But looks like, yeah, the bus driver just basically drove straight into them.
Yeah, bus driver picking up the power up right at the end there will be the final nail in the coffin. They just had to throw everything they could at the MacGuffin, but bus driver had that super damage, just destroying anyone that came near. So into round 2, Neutrino's picked up a bit of a stack, running towards the MacGuffin now on the high ground, waiting for it to spawn. He's going to immediately take down bus driver.
You know what the question is? What did you say to the bus driver when you get off? One of my friends insists you've got to slap the side of the bus and say, "Cheers, drive."
I just say cheers. I don't usually refer to him as his title of drive, but...
You don't say cheers, drive, you don't go,
cheers is good enough for me.
"Cheers, drive."
With the voice and everything, have to put that on.
Oh, yeah. You got to do it exactly like that, otherwise he's just not showing, you know, respect. Much like Buckster, as he just basically kills the bus driver. Oh my god. Ooh, okay.
That's not respectable at
frags.
all.
No, looking pretty good. Oh, but the Vindicator's up, and the bus has driven into 2 more guys. And I'm sure he's going to get more before his shift is over as well. This is looking a little bit of a closer round. Like I said, a little bit scrappier. So, okay. We do see upwards directs in the world of TF2. It's a cardinal sin. MG Mike himself would not go for those rockets, but it doesn't matter because maybe they've got something he didn't.
Yeah, Buxton out with the MacGuffin. Will chuck it over to his team. That's going to get captured now, and Firebot just using the last little remainder of his power-up to get that frag. So this time it's looking like it's going the way of Nabufi with this early lead. See if they can hold on to it for much longer as all the teammates around Firebot fall. Now he takes this fight with Litz. And that will be proof regaining control of the MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Firebot getting fought by 2 shafts, never what you want to see coming at you. He's going to immediately fall to the bus driver, but Buckster will just ambush, take down the bus and run it all the way back.
That was a cheeky little actual just straight up body block, and we do see this as well, picking up some frags. Frags not going to matter a great deal unless they can actually, you know, get some kind of a capture. It looks like they will be getting enough to at least, yep, start racking up some of these points again. So definitely a little bit back and forth. Obviously, you did see in the last series, the boys on Nabufi start off a little bit slow on one of the maps and then kind of start bringing their way forward. Maybe they can look to do the same again. Oh my god. We have just everyone all on that low ground. Scrappy little fight, it looks like. No one's going to get too much of a big win out of that. Buxer is in control of things a little bit. Just going to be taking it forward, getting some more points. This is definitely a close one.
Yeah, there's once again we see Nabufi get control of the MacGuffin, but it is captured now. FaZe just slowly creeping, but he gets jumped on by the power-up and immediately goes down to the plasma there. Or the blaster, sorry.
Oh no, see, you can't say the wrong names for the guns. You know, much like anyone who followed the early days
Winston
of
Harambe.
early days of Overwatch, you know, if you called 2CP, they would just terminate your contract and that would be it. So make sure you gotta have, you know, correct terminology right now.
Neutrino doing everything he can to defend, only has 30 health and he's clutching it out against 2 players. Oh my god, Will managed to hold on to the MacGuffin for now. FaZe coming in, he'll put 2 good rails in as FaZe will now get the kills, manage to cap it up. Throws it immediately to someone with a little more health to get it back to base easier. That's going to be Bus Driver. His stack is massive, and so is his rockets. Trading with Neutrino though on the point.
Okay, possible little opportunity here. Maybe they can just get a little bit of momentum, keep racking up some of these points. This is Nabufi slightly more comfortable right now. Oh my god, we have two very sweaty men going directly into Neutrino just there. But Firebot comes in, gets 2 frags of his own, so not too bad.
Bus Driver
like-
is just going crazy this game. Hits 3 rails there. Laths as well now comes in, picking up a lot of shaft kills. Bus Driver's going to finish that one off, and the base contains the MacGuffin once again. Could see the lead going Proof's way now any second as they are just creeping up on overtaking that 78 mark. Firebot's going to get the power up though on the low ground here.
You know, this is where you get to play that like low ground, LG only, ruining people's life. Turns out it's not really going to work. He's getting walked out by a shotgun, so unlucky there. But he's actually picking up 2 is going to be quite nice. This is actually looking to be basically taken out from underneath Nabifi's little toes. Tiny bit of overtime. Does anyone get towards a point in time just to keep on blocking it? Looks like they are just about able to test things a little bit. Trina picking up 2 crucial frags there. Firebot's going to grab control. Let's see if he can do the exact opposite here. He has got a lot of people on the chase for him as he does throw things just before he manages to get himself killed.
Thought that was over for a second there. They had Liths with the power up on the defense, but he just missed a few crucial shots, which lets Nabufi get back into it. But now the cap is out, the overtime is on, and Proof might be taking this 2-0. No one's there to block it. Proof are going to win out this first map.
Nicely done, nicely done. Definitely much closer than the last 2 series so far. So, you know, I mean, yeah, it was a 2-0, right? Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but it was a close 2-0 in the best way of saying that.
And that was probably the closest round, singular round we've seen all day. So nice to get back into a bit of a back and forth one rather than a pub stomp.
It's true, because the thing is, right, whenever a game's very one-sided and one team's just winning, you have to spend the time filling with like analysis about the game, which is well, you know, I don't think we should be trusted
Oh
with.
dear, you can't rely on us to that. No.
God no. We can tell you who's getting the frags and who hits nice air shots, which in fairness, not seen many air shots. The problem is, right, now, maybe this is going to be, you know, a weird little opinion. Maybe people are going to, you know, crucify me for this, right? You know, when people are in the air, everyone likes the old LG. What about the air shots, though? What about the air shots, boys? You got to be thinking more about the air shots.
Kills and win games. We want to see you do funny shots and get funny kills, which entertain everyone. I want to see more people throwing away advantages to try and hit a PogChamp shot.
I feel like maybe that shows a little bit too much about our background. Maybe that's just, yeah, a little too much of our background. You know, it looks like we will be getting ourselves close to setting up here on our next map. We have the merry little world of extinction. So all those scrappy fights we saw on weird low ground positions and everyone just running at each other, we're going to be seeing that. But that's the whole point of this game mode. So we'll see it like 3 times as much.
Yeah, everyone's goal is just to get kills now and not worry about playing football at all. We're just counting on everyone's lives running out as Buckster takes an immediate first fight against 2 people and he'll drop his first life.
Digging that. You know, who needs lives these days? So it's going to be all about people getting themselves set up, having a little look around, pick yourself some nice items, go shopping, pick up all the different things you want. Buckster is having a little bit of a rough time, does at least get a frag of his own. And wow, that is 3 quick lives. He's just like, boys, I'm done with this actually. Who needs lives?
I guess it doesn't matter too much. As long as one player on your team has some, you can keep respawning and knocking down the enemy lives. So Buckster's going for that strat, I guess. Firebot lives on 1 HP, gets taken down by a rocket from FaZe on the other end of the telly, though. And now FaZe will pick up Buckster again, which is not a great frag as he's already out of lives. This is what we mean about Buckster can just throw his lives away as many times as he wants now, because he's all out. FaZe has the power-up. Going to be hunting for Firebot or Neutrino, the 2 people with lives remaining.
Oh, cheeky. Yeah, he just like alerted him, you know, got him into alert phase, and then one little shotgun shot's going to be taking him down. Now, it is all on Neutrino, who has 3 lives and 3 very aggressive boys coming for him. We did see in all of that, Bus Driver does actually lose all of his lives anyway, so that's going to be on FaZe and Lifts here. They're going to be the all-important ones. And, oh my days, that's going to be picking up 3 super easy frags. It's going to be all about finding out Neutrino, making sure he can't get alongside his little ghosty buddies to protect him. You know, picking out the frags that matter right now. No one cares if you can, you know, kill Buckster for the 40th time this game.
FaZe is pretty much fully stacked now, has 100 health and 200 armor, but he only runs into Buckster. Once again, the not useful frag. Neutrino is there, but he's missing all the rails. Does hit one now, 70 damage onto Neutrino, and now he is down to 1 life. So the life advantage 3-1 for the side of Proof.
Yeah, you would have thought they'd be looking pretty comfortable. Buckster's going down again. 1 less buddy to help protect people. And again, we do see Neutrino. The world is on his shoulders. He does get caught out by Litz. He's going to be going pretty weak now. That's going to be him losing his last little life. 1-0 now. And it's going to be, once again,
Game starts in 3,
Boofy
2,
on the tail end of things.
fight.
Yeah, and really proves what GMT said earlier about these small advantages getting exasperated into huge ones in Arena FPS when we saw Nabufi rolling kids so easily earlier, and now they seem to be on the back foot in both maps so far. Proof taking this first round. We're not going to see an early death like we did last time. In fact, Bus Driver first one to fall just now.
It's all good, all good. You know, it's nice to start off. You know, you get that early frag, feel a little bit better about yourself. We do see Buster getting hunted on down. Yep, he's going to be losing his life now as well. And this wants to keep on going, but ooh, nice little rocket there from Neutrino. So actually, early life advantage is going to be in the side of Nabufi. Looking okay. Scrappy fights, seemingly in love with this little bit of low ground. Everyone seems to want to fight there. Nice little rail there from Firebot. That's going to be pretty solid. Next to no health though, so he's going to have to be aware of things just a little bit right now. There's actually Buxer and Bus Driver already down on the old 0 lives, but it is looking just a little bit better. It's difficult right now if you're on the side of Nabufi. You need to, like, the lives are pretty equal, but I don't know. It's going to be some scrappy fights if they want to try and take this.
Yeah, FaZe had the power-up, which is what changed the course of that fight there. Neutrino just railed him for basically nothing, and Neutrino got taken out afterwards. But we are now equal on lives. As FaZe, the only one remaining with any lives at all on the side of Proof, he's going to go down to Neutrino. So we are 2-4-3 in terms of lives. Although that is now 2 for 2, as Firebot will die to FaZe. So Neutrino and FaZe, both the life leaders, only ones left up with lives. They're the only frags that count from here on out. Neutrino very low, and FaZe, on the other hand, is stacked. He's ready to hump with this 200-100, but he's just going to get railed out the sky, loses that entire stack.
All that time he put into, you know, getting himself in a nice little position. Turns out when you just get smacked down with a rail's not really going to work. Speaking of which, gets a nice little frag there. Now it's going to be all on Neutrino to try and make a massive little situation here. His ghosty buddies are down. It's going to be all about hunting him on out. It's not impossible for him here. He's going to be just taking a second to get some items, get himself slightly more stacked, let everyone else fight out amongst themselves. But eventually going down there again. Nice little rockets coming out.
Game starts in
Yeah, FaZe winning the 1v1 against his brother with lives on the other team. Only 2 left alive, and they take the 1v1 to end it. Very courteous of them.
Yeah.
So FaZe
honorable.
winning it out 2-0 for his team so far.
Still, it has been close pretty much the whole way. Even though, like I said, this is 2 rounds to 0, the rounds themselves have been getting pretty close. Nice little frags there from FaZe. Having a big impact early on right now, and actually getting so much LG. Look at him, he's just nuking right now. That
And
is, oh my days.
They've really changed up on the side of Nabufi. In fact, it's everyone but Buckster throwing their lives away at the start of this round. Buckster was the one just going down instantly the other 2 times, but it looks like they're relying on him to clutch this out versus 8 lives on the side of Proof. Buckster only has 2 himself.
This is going to be pretty rough right now. You know, not impossible by any means, just to be pretty rough. Such an explosive opening. We now do see some good frags coming out. This is potential little bit of a comeback. We do see Nitrino in a bit of a position right now. Incredibly weak, though. Oh,
And now-
again, he's upwards to Rex.
It's actually evened up in terms of lives already. It really just goes to show throwing away 6 lives at the start doesn't mean anything at all, because your ghosts can still destroy lives from the other team, as long as you keep your life leader safe, which they've chosen as Buckster for this time around. Both the ghosts now fighting against real players on the other team. FaZe is 12 health, needs to spam this telly out. Firebot chases him through. He does get the frag and gets Neutrino as well. Well done from FaZe, keeping that life up on the board.
Yeah, this is going to be Buckster 1 life. He has a lot to do. He has a lot to go. He has at least managed to pick up that red, so he's going to be in a decent position. Not fantastic, but in a decent position. Only really needs to get a couple frags here, and considering how one slightly more advantageous position can easily turn into 2 or 3 frags. Not impossible by any means. We do see scrappy fights happening. People finding little 1v1s, so certainly a little bit of dominance. Doesn't look like any real heavy commit on the side of Nabufi just yet.
Yeah,
They want to see what's going on.
just ghosts finding each other for now while people build up their stacks. But in fact, Liths will be caught after they take down his little bodyguard of Bus Driver. And now FaZe does get a rail onto Buckster. He's so low, and he bombs in to get that frag with the rockets. FaZe, again, last man up, gets us our 3rd round on the board.
Round 4, 2, 1.
Clutch King, you know? I'm liking it. It's going down absolutely to the wire each time, but it does just look like they've slightly got that edge. Now, this is going to be a lot on the mind of the older Nabufi players at this point, you know? It's been close, but when it doesn't convert into rounds, that's always in the back of your head, like, you know, that little bit of frustration. Just like, guys, we're so close each time. We need to see if we can just get that one tiny little bit. Once again, early frags do go slightly more against Nabufi. They've taken so much damage as well. Oh,
FaZe just railing things down, letting Firebot get taken down there as well. This time, Neutrino, the one with the most lives on the side of Nabufi. But Proof are really just conserving their lives and health a lot better. They have a 2-life advantage at this point. FaZe running in onto Buckster, gets him down to 10 HP. We're not going to finish that one off. And now there's a 3v1 Firebot versus the world. He's going to get destroyed by the team of Proof. And Buckster actually gets found there by FaZe as well. And now he has the power up. Everything's going FaZe's way so far this game. He needs to hunt down Neutrino or Buckster, try and get them out of the game already. And
I
he
mean,
will.
yeah, easy little flick shotgun. And what? Yo, someone check this guy's PC. Check what word program he has open in the background of his desktop, because I'm not trusting this boy right now in those naughty little flicks. And once again, things are looking good. Neutrino's got that 1 soul little life. This is going to be super difficult. He does manage to pick up 1. He's going so weak, though, somehow dodging and diving, but not enough. He's going to go down 4-0. And a clean little wipe there from Proof. So, yeah, you know, it shows you.
FaZe with the 34-5 KD, you know, not much more you could ask for.
That's kind of ridiculous, though, innit? That's kind of. Dude was just hitting it. Shout out.
Yeah, he just was definitely the right person to be leaving all your lives for on the side of Proof, you know, allowing FaZe to just do whatever he wants and get all those good frags.
Fair play, you know. It is what it is. And sometimes, you know, sometimes you have a good game. Sometimes you kind of just get rolled by you know, one player and a couple of his buddies. So it is what it is. So I believe at some point I'm gonna get whispered in my glorious ear by some very handsome gentlemen what our continued plan is, what possible next games we'll be going to. But until then, Bum,
I'm here.
what I'm gonna do.
It's
Ooh.
me, the plan man.
The plan man.
The plan man. What we're probably going to do is watch another qualifying match, and it will be a probably a pretty bad stomp, but we are going to see 2Z, reigning champion, take on either 102, that of course being the deliberate murder team of Pavel, Smolek and Mihai, and then roster Godspeed You, Egg Emperor. Great name. Gaia, HAL 9000, and Benzo and Jester. So we'll be seeing the winner of that. Until then, we'll go on a very short break, and we'll be back.
Paper at the doorstep, wires on the ground. Cats staring at the window, taking over the town. Hovering like vultures with frantic wings. Can't shake the feeling that someone's watching. And I've been sleeping alone, and I've been eating alone, hiding under the stairs, even though no one's home. And if you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. I don't care if someone's watching. Hear the flock of the sirens, watch through the screen. He hatched pots at the supermarket, never crossed the sea. With the cameras hanging on plastic rings, he always had the feeling that someone's watching. And now she's sleeping alone, and now she's eating alone, hiding under the stairs, even though no one's home. And if you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. I don't care if someone's watching. If you're living in the daylight, or living underground, they're sending a message that someone's watching. I don't care if someone's watching. Someone's watching. Someone's watching. Someone's watching. We keep on talking about things we could have been so good, but you push me away time and again. You said there's too much to comprehend. Keep on working and working and working and working on it out. Keep on working and working and working and working on it out. nothing, but I let it go. When your best amounts to nothing, you have to let it show. Get down to the city, take me down in the night, make it all into nothing. The pressure's got me, don't wanna see tomorrow. Oh, wake up when it's light, gonna make it feel nothing. The pressure's got me tonight. Keep on working and working and working and working on out. Keep on working and working and working and working on out. Yeah. Don't wanna see tomorrow. The pressure's got me. Yeah, the pressure got me. Don't wanna see tomorrow. Oh, wake up when it's light. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, the pressure got me. Don't wanna see tomorrow. Oh, wake up when it's light. Yeah. Take it down to the city, take me down in the night, make it all into nothing. The pressure's got me. Don't wanna see tomorrow. Oh, wake up when it's light. Gonna make it feel nothing. The pressure's got me tonight. Keep on working and working and working and working on out. Keep on working and working and working and working on out.
Excellent.
Hello and welcome back to Tim Conlon, the home of Tim Conlon. Got to stop making that joke at some point; it will get old. We are going to be getting into a pretty exciting game for me, and it's actually made a little bit more exciting because we're missing a player. It is going to be reigning champions 2Z minus James plus Rel. Not with claws today. So it's Silence, Rel, and Latromi. going up against, and I will have to check because their name is quite frankly absurd, Godspeed You Egg Emperor, that being the team of Gaia, HAL 9002, CPM Legends, and Benzo and Jester, who I simply do not know. So it should be pretty interesting. 2Z still, of course, the favorite. They're probably the favorite if they were 2v3. Silent Sep and Latromi are that good. But yeah, with Rel in their place rather than Claws, this could be a little bit closer.
Yeah, slight bit closer. Claws was the only name I really recognized here, coming from only Quake Champions as my arena FPS background. So
yeah,
him not being there will make things a little closer. But from what you've told me, Silent Sep and the Latromi will have no difficulties at all, no matter who they're playing with.
Yeah, these are two genuinely of the greatest arena FPS team players of all time. Silent Sep especially, I want to point out, is arguably the best player in Diabotical right now. In terms of the team modes, it's either him or Rafa or maybe FaZe, for my money. Latromi, a TDM god, you want to see this guy play Extinction. He plays a little bit more of a sacrificial role, but so smart. And mechanically, they're very, very solid. Now, on the other team, with Gaia and HAL, being CPM Legends, they bring some real explosiveness to the game. They bring a lot of pace, and they're going to make you feel uncomfortable. But they're just not as solid. They're going to be more streaky, and I think should overall come out worse. But this is the sort of team that can steal around here or there for sure.
Yeah, difficult to make these guys feel uncomfortable for sure.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, Silent Sep has been doing this for the better part of 2 decades now. A QuakeCon champion, of course, with Claws. 2Z taking the... I'm trying to remember what mode it was. Was it just Sacrifice? Yeah, it was. The first Quake Champions QuakeCon. 2Z win Sacrifice, and Claws won the round-based duel. So some serious pedigree there, and some serious money as well. It will be 2Z's pick, as they are high seed, and it looks like we're going to be going to Sunken on MacGuffin. Annapurna, just to be clear, is HAL 9K. For whatever reason, never uses zone Nick. We don't know why. It's like Memphis. I got Memphis to change his. He used to go by Penko, and now he goes by an absolute mess of a name. It's like M?3N MP1. It's really, really dodgy, and I'm unhappy about it.
I'll be used to it. Everyone in TF2, when you're obviously able to change your name anytime you want on Steam, we have to have like long lists of commands to force everyone's name to be correct in the server, because they're always joining up with stupid ass names. No, can never tell who's who. So gamers, get your stuff together, man.
I mean, it's like, even in the highest echelon of esports, they don't fucking do it. It's like Sumail in Dota 2 always puts Coffin after his name. And then, I don't know, they've gone by some fucking nicknames is what they've done. Like, Eternal Envy always used to go by his like most anime girl love interest. Which, again, not ideal. Please stop. You're adults, for Christ's sake.
Benzo and Jester's a good one, though.
Yeah, I
enjoy that.
I don't know who he is, but he's wearing the Smiley Dent profile, so I'm in. Okay, I'm going to check on his profile. What are his ranks? He's a Vindicator and Duel. He's an Architect in 2v2 Aim Arena. Okay, so he's got some mechanic. And that's half the battle. But we are on Sunken. This is the map and the mode that I think the better team wins the highest percentage of the time. Like, I think you will see fewer upset wins on Sunken than anything else. It requires a lot of coordination. There's a lot of tricks to throwing. The geometry is quite complicated. Navigating it is difficult. It's not as straightforward as Marine. And so these more composed, more coordinated teams like 2Z absolutely dominate. But it is MacGuffin. I think, as I said earlier, MacGuffin really rewards strong movement, and Gaia has some of the best movement in any arena FPS of any player. Absolutely stunning stuff. So he's going to be able to make use of that. HAL as well. But this is really David versus Goliath. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, Obviously, having movement in this game mode means a bit. If you're able to just slide across the map without running into any danger, get a cap in here or there, but when it comes down to it, it's all about the fragging either way. It's all about Silent Seb and the Tromi having, you know, all the skill they do. It'll be very
all the
difficult.
skill, all the experience, all
Yeah.
the composure. Like, I don't think the pressure is going to get to anyone in this, the first qualifier, because you can still come through tomorrow. But 2Z probably feel it's their divine right that they win almost every game they enter, and it's that level of confidence that can really put good teams over the edge to greatness. Anyway, we're going to be starting off the bat with my favorite Arena FPS player of them all, Gaia, a dear friend, a lovely fella, a Tim Conlan attendee and champion. So, I'm sorry, as much as 2Z are a wonderful team, I don't want to see him win today. I want to see Gaia absolutely trash them. Very wishful thinking, I know, but we're going to stick on Gaia. I got faith.
Will be a very, very nice storyline if they do manage to come out with this one. I was going to grab the red Benzo Ingester on the MacGuffin now, taking it towards the enemy base.
No, friend, maybe. Hang about, because the spec client, not the spec even actually, just things can get a bit iffy in Diabotical when it comes to labels. I think you may well be right though, and he's tried to go to the wrong base. So in MacGuffin, for the first 2 rounds, you are given a base. For the 3rd round, you can go to either or. And Latromi is actually, in the end, going to be the one that gets that cap. But it's Gaia on the parrot. 42 HP to his name, though. Pincered down by Latromi, and now one of the most dangerous players in the game is 3 times more deadly. And that's not good if you're... And I will have to check their name again. Bear with me. Because they've decided they don't want me to have
Egg
fun.
Emperor.
Godspeed Egg Emperor. Yeah. All right. Cheers, boys. Really appreciate that. When will they learn? When? Can't even call them the purple and green team either, because we've got different colours.
Yeah.
Oh. Purple and green is definitely the way that people should go, but they always moan. We end up with blue and yellow. Sick of it. They'll try me on the MacGuffin once again, and this looks pretty leisurely, honestly, as he waltzes to the point. Eating a fair bit of MG, but reads the incoming attack seriously well. Guy left on the point, taken down by Silent Sep. He's now going to head off Hal. And it should be as easy as that. Oh, fuck. You're supposed to hit that rocket. Now I look like a doofus, Silent Sep. He's going to go for the triple, though. And, yeah, this is not looking good for Godspeed Egger.
No, not at all. 65% on the cap now, and there's no sign of Godspeed Egg being able to touch it. There is a bit of congestion on the point now, but Silent Sep gets straight back to back up Latromi. Does take down Hal on the point, and Annapurna jumps up into him and Rail's rocket. Oh, the rail to finish it off too.
Vindy in 5. No stack on the side of either team, really. Gaia's coming in here. Going to get taken down. Latromi takes the Vindy. Red as well. Overtime already. We're only 3 minutes and 10 seconds in, but there's a Vindy on the point, and it is over.
Wow, that was an incredibly clean one. Latromi just taking the power up at the end just in case as well when it's already all but won. Really just secures that. And we're straight into the second round.
Watching this, it is no surprise that 2Z is arguably the best team in the world. It's them or Team Liquid. I don't think anyone else really gets a look in. Even with Rel on the team, who I think is a quite considerable downgrade from either Too Good or Claws, they're still so strong. And yeah, it's just not fun if you're their enemy because they're so incredibly good individually. They play so well together. They know the maps like the back of their hand. Everything goes their way, it seems. And they do, similarly to Team Liquid, just have this aura of invincibility about them that in the clutch moments, they will come out on top each and every time. Rel coming in, has to try and thwart Hal. Gaia, though, going to take him down. And that's the MacGuffin out through the mid. Through Shaft, but taken down by Rel. And even that run that looked destined for a cap ends up doing very little at all.
Gaia will pick up the MacGuffin once again, but there's already people above him and behind him.
And
Has to
Vindy
try
on
and
Silence
spam
Up.
off. Oh yeah, Silence gets the Vindicator as well, and will just stop down Hal immediately.
Oh! It's unfortunate. Silence Up now with Vindy gets to pick his spot. Back of this base is very powerful. High ground in general, though, where you want to be. These pillars. What I always say about this space, it's very obvious how to play it. It sort of plays itself. But these positions are also strong. And when you're a player like Silence Up, the mechanical ability he has, you can be devastating from these positions. Benzo and Jester doubles up, though. We're on the point now. And there is a chance for a pull. There it is. Gaia taking it out through jail, but no, Silence Up is there to crush your hopes and your dreams. This is not your MacGuffin. This is not your map. This is not your game. And I'm pretty sure 2Z want to send these guys to the losers bracket sooner rather than later.
Yep, Silence getting chased down on 10 health. Got a sweet Hundy to trade out the frag and just keep any cap on the MacGuffin at bay. There's still not a single capture in this entire game so far for Godspeed You Egg Emperor. Silence once again going to take down Gaia, just camping out this door with the rails, hits one onto Hal, hits two on a row into Hal, and I think this should be all she wrote. Gaia running in, 95% on the cap. They are going to get control of this, but will they take it back to their base?
Yeah, that's going to be the throw, but already Gaia has people in his way. He's going to throw it up to Mega. Maybe something they can do from there as Hal gets a double. Benzo as well chiming in, and they're all left so low. Benzo falls, Hal falls, Gaia's left on the red, but that's Latromi with the cap, Rel with the Vindicator, and that is all but surely the end of the round. 2-0. Not a single cap for Godspeed You Egg Emperor. Dear Lord 2Z are good.
One little bit of false hope there as they do make a cross-map run, but don't even manage to put it in the goal. And 2Z just steal it away from them, put the nail in the coffin, and that's map 1 over in record pace.
Well, and I think it's worth saying that Godspeed You Egg Emperor are a team of really, really great Arena FPS players. These guys would fuck you up like 30-0. It wouldn't even be close if you played them. And yet, versus 2Z, they look not even ordinary. They look bad.
They look like ants, just getting stepped on.
But I promise you, this is a good team. There's a reason they're in a qualification map. And the talent's definitely there. It's just up against such a juggernaut. I mean, in some ways, sort of the dream team. Latromi and Silence have absolute legends of the game. We're going to see our first wipeout of the day. Finally.
Yeah. Haven't seen one yet. Everything's gone in 2 maps of Elimination and MacGuffin so far. So a little bit of wipeout, nice change of scenery on Furnace here.
And I think that they'll have a better chance here. That teamwork isn't quite as useful in wipeout, and it plays itself a little bit more in terms of the strategy, but still 2Z very favored here. A little word from the chat. Apparently Benzo and Jester is a CPM player called Veliars. One of the best CPM players at the moment, actually. I believe he's won the most recent Duel Cup. So no slouch there either. We're on board with Ralph. He's going to find Hal, and Hal gets the better of him. Looks like we're not seeing much team play at the moment. It's a couple of duels happening at various points on the map. Tromy going to be pushing in now. Tags Gaia. And this is beautiful, beautiful calls here from 2Z. Their focus fire and their target priority. Absolutely great. And you can see how they're playing together while not actually being next to each other.
Yeah, Latromi pretty much controlling mid, has vantage points over both of the areas where his teammates taking the fight. There is a bit more of a team fight going on here though now. Annapurna ends up with the last one alive just for a second there. as his teammates get these respawns in. Everyone's fighting over the midpoint now. Nice air rail from Rel, doubles up.
Oh dear lord, the pin there from the shaft was absolutely beautiful, and then of course Rel follows up. We're gonna have a pause. So this can be a bit buggy, the pause function, so I hope it doesn't ruin everything. Certainly when you try and play custom map in a lobby, if you pause, then it does something weird where like basically you can't restart the map. But I think on official maps it's fine.
Alright, well, we are resuming in 3 after that quick 1-minute round from 2Z, already securing the lead here on map 2.
They are pretty good at this game. Pretty good. Well, dodging the grenades. And you can see 2Z is very disciplined about how they take fights. They take fights that they feel they have an advantage in. Rel has a bit of a scuffle there with Hal and misses some rockets, but here he is. Oh, quick switch to the pincer. Not quite quick enough. And that leaves a bit of a stack advantage for Godspeed you Egg Emperor. Hal going to take down one. Gets fragged himself, though. Left to Rel in the 1v2, but plenty of time for 2 players to come up. And Hal's death counter could begin to be quite problematic here. Gaia now on his own using the Siphonator will live for now, but 4 seconds is too big of an ask, and it can't be done. Thank you ever so much, Danchez, for the raid. I would imagine that means you've qualified. Let me have a look. Danchez, a very good player, was playing on Nubs in Virtual Reality with Skooky and Cass. Oh, that's a good team. Congratulations on qualifying. That's big stuff.
2Z takes a quick 2 frags immediately in that little flank room. Now splitting up, looking for any frags they can find. Latromi getting back in this position on mid.
Oh,
Will run into 2 players, puts in some huge damage with the rockets.
That's just one of those frags that feels so awkward when you get it, because you know that he did so much and got so much value out of the little HP he had left. Hal will put a stop to, I believe, Rel there. Latromi as well, going to take a spill. Gaia and Hal so low here. They kind of need one of them to die, but yeah, this is so precarious, and I don't think that Hal should have given away his position there. He's now going to have a very hard time living. Direct with the Siphonator means he'll live. And here comes Veliaz, who's going to have to do it all on his own. 1v3. The stack disadvantage isn't that huge, though. Takes down 1. Turns around now. Rocket out, but the angle's awkward. Gaia will spawn, but I'm not too sure how much it matters in the 1v2 now. Oh, he takes down Rel, and it could well be more.
Yeah, he does have the stack advantage on Latromi, and his teammates up now. Hal on the spawn as well. He's going to jump up, try and take this 1v2 with Latromi. He's just running away, gets railed in the back, but Hal will clean that up. Very long spawns now for both teams in this 2v2.
Gaia, my boy, please, do it. Show some of that CPM magic. This is an all-time great that we're watching today. An all-time great. I don't just mean CPM player, I mean person as well. He's going to be pushing in with this shaft, doing a decent amount of damage. No Siphonator activated, though, because Veliaz is up, and he has to make this happen. 30 seconds. I think he's got to win the 1v2. I don't think he's going to be able to wait this out, because he will be 1v3 if he does.
Yeah, spawn up for Latromi right now as he gets his first frag, but he falls immediately after. That's 2Z securing 3 rounds up right now. It's just been clinical so far. This was the only round where they really seemed threatened at all. Both other ones going in 1 minute straight to 2Z.
This is an incredible team. They're just not putting a foot wrong. Veliaz is going to get 1 frag. Also, can we just talk about how great it is that of the 6 players on the server, only 4 of them are using the actual nick? Beautiful. You love to see it. Hal trying to win up against Latromi. It's not to be. Veliaz will take down Silent Sep, though. And Ooh, fancy to go there, but the range of his shaft not quite long enough. Coming up now, though, is Feliars, and with Gaia, makes something happen. All three of 2Z are up, but same can be said for Godspeed, you Egg Emperor. Now, Veliar's a crucial 1v1 for Latromi, going well so far. Finishes with a shotgun. And now, a 3v1. Do they know where Rel is? I think they do, and they're going to pin him into blue. But he's done a Houdini. Oh, where's he gone? Being chased. There we are. The round for Godspeed, you Egg Emperor. Finally.
It's getting better and better for them. They get rolled in the first 2 rounds, bring it really close on the third, and then actually edge ahead now into the third one. Some good rails to start off from the Benzo Eater as well. He's hitting another one there. Getting pushed by Latromi. Will take this 2v1 with the help of Hal.
There's a real opportunity here. I think they can start getting some momentum under them. Gaia now left with the stack. He's the one that needs to be aggressive, as his teammates just don't have a lot to work with. Rel coming in now alongside Latromi. Hal ducking and diving. Meanwhile, it's Veliars in the back doing the damage. They need to live, though, for 10 seconds. Hal, one shot away from death. Still playing with this pincer like he stacked 200. Oh, no.
They sink their deaths. They were both very low, needed to wait for that spawn. But it's all over. They both get taken down in one swift blow, and it's 4-1 for 2Z.
A 4-1 and a 2-0, and they will, as expected, qualify on day 1. What a team. I mean, it's no surprise that they won it in that fashion to me, but I'm still impressed every time I watch them. Superb. Silent Sep's a hell of a player, Latromi's a hell of a player, and Rel putting in an admirable performance. The stand-in. Commiserations to Godspeed, you Egg Emperor. They will drop to the losers bracket, but they are still very much in this and with a chance of qualifying even tomorrow, second day of qualifiers. So they're not out of it just yet.
And taking a round off 2Z puts you in a good mood for the rest of the day, hopefully. You know, taking it to the best, you can hope to get a good run through in the losers bracket the rest of today.
Absolutely. Well, we are going to go on a short break, and then we'll be back with, I believe, 2 more best of 3s. That's what we've got left for today. I'll let you know the teams in a bit.
Excellent.
What has happened? What are we fighting for? Now we can't go back and we can't move on. No point to pretend anymore. Better not judge. I'm not keeping score. All I did was wait for the shit to
Excellent.
I never meant to stop the war. Was only a matter of time.
Welcome back. It's Tim Conlan's coverage of the EU team qualifiers. I am joined by, I'm trying to remember, Epley. Yes. Not Bum this time. The one
No,
with the
not
less
that one.
annoying name. Who would call themselves Bum, honestly? Anyway, we've got a bit of a stonker of a game coming for you. A really weird, old school matchup. Players have been around forever. It's going to be 3K, that's DK, Luminous, and Krizza, against 102, of course, Deliberate Murder, Pavel, Smolik, and Mihai. This should be quite an interesting match. I'm hoping to see some extinction between these teams. And actually, it's Absol playing, and not Luminous. That's... Oh, no, it is Luminous, sorry. It's Krizza, Absol, and Luminous. No DK. Interesting. We're going to go to Marina first. Krizza, just to let everyone know, not in the best of form. He's not the 2010 TDM god Krizza that we once knew, but he's still very good. Absol, though, always a dangerous player if given the resources. And then on Team 102, we sort of have a classic Russian mix. Always dangerous and always a little bit underrated for my money.
Yeah, you can. You've always got to have some level of respect for Russians. I feel in games like this, you know, sometimes they'll just kind of come out of nowhere and just
They've been around the block.
pound you into the dirt, you know.
They've
Russian
been around the
esports is
block.
it's a weird relationship. Some of my fondest memories, you know, going back in the day, back when CS:GO Lounge existed, the tier 6 back alley Russian Counter-Strike tournaments made an absolute killing off that back in the day, you know. We need more
Yeah.
of that in the future.
I did that all. I made all my money in Dota betting. I once went 22 in a row, correct?
Damn.
And yeah, I made like some money. I never put more than 10 quid on any given bet, but I think I ended up with like a few hundred. It was
That's
nice.
not bad. Yeah, no, I did. I had a real thing. It was when I was supposed to be writing my dissertation because I'm just not the brightest. I got really into Counter-Strike gambling. Made a few €100, and that paid for me to go to events for the next year. So
Nice.
it's all good. Don't do that, anyone, please. This is not an acknowledgement that was a good idea. That was a terrible idea.
Dude, at least you went to university. I quit school at 16.
There you go.
And I haven't been back since.
I feel like if
Now
you
I'm-
turned up now, they would ask some questions.
Oh, yeah. They didn't want me there back when I was 16. Never mind now that I'm 23. Fucking hell.
Joke's on them. You've got esports now. You don't need education.
No, the joke's is firmly on me. Stream is ready. All right. So, they've timed that well.
Perfect.
3K versus 102. We're on board with the man, the myth, the legend, Brizza. I believe from the Czech Republic. Could be wrong there, but such a storied player. Has played with some of the very best of all time. Has been one of the very best of all time. Not quite in that form anymore, but still one of the more exciting and more potential laden players in the game right now. Smolik holding up top, waiting for a throw here with Pavel. No, they both drop. Krizza gets a nasty flat rocket on him, but Absol's there to pick up the pieces, and 41 can't do much at all. Absol getting a little boost. And to talk about this player for a little bit. A very greedy, very resource-intensive player, but with serious mechanical skill to go along with it. He's the bit feast or famine, honestly. Because if he gets all the resources and he gets to play his game with stack advantage in a lot of fights, he's great. But if you're playing a scrappier, faster-paced game, he can fall away a little bit and doesn't quite have that initiative.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's very much, you can put a lot of your team's success on one guy's shoulders. If his day's going well, then it all works out. If it's not so much, you kind of need something else to rely upon. So I guess that's going to be the big plan, trying to shut him down. We do see 3 quick frags here. You see things looking pretty good. Abso wants to be going for some more as well, and we'll be getting that nice and well picked up.
Someone surviving a triple pincer. That's pretty rare.
Damn.
Yeah. In goes Pavel. It's a bit of a who's who, this game. Pavel has been around the block more times than just about anybody. A super, super old school player. Never really stopped playing either, which is quite unique. I don't really know about his team skill prior, so no more as a dueler. Krizza does have them guffing, waiting for the calls from his team that it's safe to cap, and there it is.
Yeah, looking all good now. 3K just keep on racking up those points. A couple from Luminous is going to be good as well. Pavel up to getting some nice crispy little rockets there, actually getting himself into a bit of a decent position. Not the healthiest
waiting
gentleman
for
ever. Yeah.
Or not. It's up. But all right, Pavel, or as sometimes we call him Pavel, because we had an absolute moron on the stream once called Y2J, who he mispronounced Pavel as Pavel, really showing his complete lack of knowledge of the sim. What a guy. Shout outs to Y2J. It's okay, we're friends. I'm not just a dickhead.
You can be both.
That's true, I can be both. I often am. 69, the score already for 3K. Chris coming back for a defense. Pavel does make the pull happen, but can't get away. 4-2-1 going to pick that up and now make a go of things. Chris are in his way. Can't knock him down. He holds strong, and now Luminous with the power up. Oh, he's making it happen.
He really is. Somehow, I don't even understand how he's living at this point. Doesn't care. Going forward, being the little protection detail once again. Securing themselves a couple more points ticking on along the way. Not really able to get any momentum on the side of 102. Just kind of like they'll get their couple fights here and they'll be looking decent. Do force Luminous to take his own life there. So possibly a bit of an opportunity. Nice little rail there. Once again, super weak. Maybe Pavel can give it a good shot and keep on moving forward though.
Yeah, so Pavel got the mega here, which means that this run should happen. Coming through Chunk now, can send 41 ahead of him, but no, just going to go ahead himself. And now having try and navigate this, it's tough, right? The high ground, hollow, both hugely powerful positions, and Absol there going to be the one who has the last laugh. Smolik on the point, but knocked down just as quick. And that's Absol throwing it out hollow.
Oh my
Takes
days.
down 4-2-1. Yeah, Absol, I mean, he is a great player on his day. He is an incomplete player, I would say. Like, can be a liability in certain senses. But when he's on, he's on. When he's in a comfortable position, he is absolutely deadly.
Nice little pun there. I appreciate what you did. Very clever.
Thank you.
MacGuffin dropped. Team MacGuffin.
Yeah, they're looking pretty comfortable here on the side of 3K. Things are looking decent, even still. Five health frag, stone cold, not really caring. All they need to do is just get a tiny little bit on now. Overtime, clocking away. Rails coming out. He's hitting all of it.
He is. He was hitting 100 damage pincers before. I mean,
Vindicator.
what more can you ask?
Game starts in
Stunning stuff from Absol. As I say, feast or famine. Well, today it's feast. 3.2k damage. The next closest is Smolik with 2.2k. Absolutely huge numbers coming out from Absol.
Yeah, Chris getting a slightly easier run of things, you know, not to say, you know, doing particularly bad. It's all about, you know, the team's overall plan.
starting in 10, 9, 8,
Smolik going to take down Krizza. That's going to be second red going the way of 102. Very important. Can often secure the MacGuffin. Smolik, I think, a little bit out of position. Stopped posting up quite as aggressively, but it's okay. Both 41 and Smolik getting a frag. Now MacGuffin thrown to the base. Intercepted by Absol, though. That's his base, apparently. And that is very questionable. They've gone the wrong way.
incoming Vindicator.
That is what we like to call bad.
That's just don't do that, basically.
Yeah, that was a blunder. It's got to be said. Luminous now on the power up, looking to make good on that mistake. Barely dodges that rocket. Probably got his heart in his mouth at the moment. That's a lovely long range shot there.
Yeah, looking good, looking comfortable, just sitting there, getting ready. Yep, he gets a frag, gets the armor, looking pretty hot right now, nice and comfortable. Once again, 3K, looking pretty happy. They're kind of living that life.
Bang.
Look at these rails, man. They're crispy.
They are. They certainly are. And this high ground position, I mean, I talk about it all the time, but it is properly strong. Of course, Caster's curse. He has died, as is all of his team. Just standard. Shouldn't say anything, really.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
I've often thought the platonic ideal of commentary is to just not say anything.
Enemy MacGuffin.
Just one long pregnant pause. Really build the tension.
Yeah, I mean, the game's in front of you, you know? What else do you need to know?
Yeah.
Defend your base.
We're just like middlemen. We're like really terrible middle management, just entirely useless and resource sapping. It's a
Useful
sad
only
reality.
when you want to go for a cup of tea and keep your headphones in.
And that's it. Very British thing of you to say that.
Just how life is lived. If you do have your wireless headphones on while you're getting a cup of tea, I can let you know that this is still 3K looking comfortable, racking up the numbers. 70 points already sitting there. And yeah, 102 still not really getting big opportunities to string anything together. We do see
Oh.
fight. Ooh, nice little actually trade there. The Rockets are looking good though.
Yeah, and Chris is looking strong. Oh, he's going to get taken down, though. Absol in the midfield, fighting over this Vindicator. Smolik's on the point. Pavel now with Vindicator. Okay, opportunity knocked for 102. They need to escort Smolik out, though, and Pavel, well, you can't afford to miss right now. He is going to clear the way. Red not coming up for a little while, so the stack's not really going to be there for 102. And so this looks strong. It's a Vindicator on defense, but I'm not sure how solid it really is.
Yeah. You do see Pavel does get a lot of work done, but eventually will get his own life taken from him. So still perpetually somehow on 5 HP. I'm respecting that a lot. Will go down now as well. MacGuffin firmly on its way towards 3K's base. You see,
Luminous has a couple to get through, though, and he can't. 41 collects on the other side. Now up against 2. How does he navigate this? With the shotgun, takes that one, picks up red, and then with Pavel alongside, gonna clear a path. And that was a great little bit of play, but we're seeing, again, really, really strong interceptions from 3K. There isn't a single time in this game where 102 have got a nice, solid, consistent cap.
Yeah, it feels like that's exactly what's happening. Like the second they want to really get anywhere, like you said, they are just being intercepted. Basically, like they're not getting any of that. I don't know. They're not getting anything for free, I guess is the biggest thing, you know. They'll have some small successes, but turning that into anything actually quantifiably good is the most difficult part.
Right. And at the end of the day, frags mean nothing, MacGuffin means everything.
Yeah.
It's all in service of the MacGuffin, and that's it. 2-0. 3K take a pretty commanding lead in the series. Once again, pointing out the damage of Absol there. 6K. Next closest, 4.5. Unreal.
Turns out dude's just, like you said, you know, when he's on it, and today he's on it. So going into next match, be interesting to see whether they can do a little bit more, possibly to shut him down, or I don't know. I guess it's kind of like two mindsets, right? Do you kind of go hard into, right, we're gonna shut down Absol, we're just gonna make sure he doesn't get to do much, or are we just gonna trust that you can like almost avoid him and focus on everything like who isn't Absol? It's, I don't know. There's a couple ways of looking at it. Unfortunately, I don't know, in a game which is so much, like you said, you know, skill disparity can mean so much. I feel like there's only so much you can try and play around it.
Yeah, it's a sad reality sometimes. Just the enemy's pretty good. And what can you do? Well, they're going to take Furnace, I do believe. Because we voted Sunken on the map select. So if we've gone here manually. So this is going to be the pick of 102. The great equalizer that Wipeout is, they may have a chance here, but actually, yeah, this should be okay. Luminous is a very smart player whose mechanics aren't as good as you would expect for a player of his overall caliber. Absol doesn't like Wipeout very much, although he is strong at it. And yeah, Krizzer I wouldn't say is the most fantastic player mechanically either. But 102 I also think is more of like a team-oriented team. So it's weird. This feels like neither team's home map.
Maybe that's the idea behind it, you know, make them play something a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Possibly 102 can get something purely based on almost like the surprise factor. We do see a lot of spam towards this high ground, just peeking, prodding, no one really looking to fully commit. Just trying to see if they can get some cheeky rails here and then. Importantly, try and get an idea of where the entire enemy team is before they go for any heavy commit.
Luminous left alone with the Siphonator up against Smallit. Gonna make that frag happen, but can't live long enough. 102 put themselves on the board.
Nicely done. I said you basically just saw a position where they just looked for that one little guy there all by his lonesome. Focus there, force the fight. Got themselves in a good position. They do see themselves on the low ground now. So this round, cheeky vibes.
Yep. The Eggy boys. 4-2-1 will live just long enough for Smolik and Pavel to spawn. Pretty low stacks across the board for 3K. They will be healing up at the bottom here. They will all be full, but it's a 600 total stack versus a 1200 total stack. They need to die strategically here, and Absol going down there is actually very good. They needed someone back on the board with armor.
Yeah, exactly. When you have your respawns so short still, you can very much afford to just kind of throw a guy away, get back with your fat stacks, and almost go for that little bit of a kind of rinse recycle kind of situation. You see Luminous picking up 2 already, and actually already seeing Pavel is getting so much through the smoke as well. Still
Big
10
plays.
seconds. Yep, not gonna happen.
Yeah, Luminous doing a cracking job at the end there. I said he's not particularly known for his combat skills. I've played Luminous in Wipeout before, and I'm trash. And like, he hasn't done that much better than me. But especially this guy has played so many TDM pickups, so many Extinction games. He's a very smart player. His position is going to be very good. And you see opportunism, a big part of Wipeout.
Yeah, recognizing those tiny little opportunities to kind of get one, and then with that momentum, possibly get another as well. Luminous does get spotted out as he tries to go for a cheeky little helo there. Off he goes, scarpering away into the wilderness. It's again kind of situation for 3K where no one's really in a good position in terms of health. No one's got armor at all. Luminous does pick up one at least. This is not the easiest position for them if they do get a little bit too close together, but Luminous does get taken down, and a 3-second respawn means he'll be back up already.
Yeah, this is quite a considerable advantage, I want to say, for 3K right now. They could push it, be very aggressive. Of course, they don't know the stacks quite as well as we do, but oh, Pavel was definitely pincerable there. And Smolik had a couple seconds on his timer. Now left alone, 1v3 up against Luminous. Does well with the rockets, but Shaft in the back, making it difficult. Siphonator, though, the savior right now for Smolik. But through the smoke comes the rockets to shotgun as well. But 4-2-1 in the nick of time is up.
That was so close, and with that as well, Pavel's spawn comes in, which basically gets them possibly the opportunity just to go completely the opposite way. Carissa is now up with some heavy armor as well, but Luminous and Abso aren't super healthy. This isn't even necessarily impossible to 2v3, but if they can just keep delaying, Smolik will be up in just 12 short seconds. So looks like they want to try and weather the storm just a second. We see 41 getting pushed a little bit. Pavel does take down Abso. It's going to be all on Pavel, but Smolik up in 1 second as well. Still stay as a bit of a 2v2.
Yeah, it's a pretty close 2v2 at that. If Pavel hits a pincer, it's even. But one of the things I want to point out actually is that when we're saying something like a 2v1 or 3v1, these are much harder 2v1s than 3v1s than you'll be used to in your pubs. The quality of play, but more the fact that the enemy team is coordinated means those clutch plays are that much harder and that much less likely. So you do see, I would say, more defensive play than in a pub. Pavel doing some great work with this rocket launcher right now, really getting value out of his last 14 hit points.
Yep, and he's even going to get himself a little bit of health now as well, so he can, you know, maybe not die to some random slam across the entire map. So looking pretty good. They want to try and get themselves onto this little bit of high ground, possibly. Not great vision in terms of where the enemy team is. So, yep, he does find himself a nice little 1v1 with Carissa, who's soon going to get a buddy with him, but doesn't even need him. Gets that nice little rocket. Now it's going to be everyone fighting, absolutely everyone right now. It's more like a little bit scared, not looking to super engage right now. They know this is dodgy and their health is not looking too hot, even though comparably it is very similar. Trying to get some cheeky long-range frags, but doesn't look like they want to fully commit.
More looking fortunate. Trade low here. Abso and Luminous similarly so. Who's going to blink first? Carissa and Pavel about coming up at the same time. It's like a mirror right now. No heals left. Now, they're probably going to look to join up with their fresh spawn, use his healing Weeble, and then go for the engagement. And yeah, it's going to be just that. Here in blue. Rockets. Fly on by. It's going to be about as even can be. 2 unarmored players, 1 armored player apiece. And Luminous strikes first blood.
They want to go for this high ground. They want to go for this little bit of a commit. They hit some nice little rails. They are looking better. This could turn into just a big old team fight. One being traded every which way. So important player already going down, though. You see Luminous, potential opportunity, but he's so weak as well. Nice rail there. Gonna be picking him up. It's all on Carissa. They're still weak, though. Possible opportunity to hit some nasty little rails if he wants to.
It's
Still
20
18
seconds is tough here. It's really
Yeah.
tough. Siphonator means that it's not outside the realms of possibility, but this is not easy by any means. And yeah, Smollett's going to take him out.
Unfortunate, you know?
It's looking like Furnace was a good pick for 102.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh my god. Everyone seemingly everywhere. Somehow, frags are looking a little better. Spawn's gonna be coming in. Ooh, it's picking up 2. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Loving this world, you know? Just
Yeah.
you just gotta run forward with the plasma, live your life. That was always my go-to, you know. Just ruin everyone's day.
It's a
Just
great
bomb.
weapon. It's a really tilting weapon as well. Smolik left alone for 3. I get so tilted when people kill me with blaster. I'm not a mentally healthy man at the best of times, but when there's a blaster involved, oh god.
You know, it's one of the great strengths of the weapon. The damage is one thing, right? It's the mental damage. That's what'll get you.
It's even worse on LAN. LAN plasma is no joke. Fortune trying to make it work with the blaster, and yeah, he's getting some damage done. In the back, though, it's Krizza and Abso. Smolik left alone. 1 versus 3 will take down Luminous through the telly now. Surely we're going to see some RJs up. There it is, coordinated from Abso. And Krizza looking like a couple of fighter pilots, but Smolik's making it happen. 1 shot each. It comes down to this, but with Fortune coming up, Smolik can play defensively, and he will. Abso, though, lives long enough, and Luminous is back. And we are still in this round after being taken right to the brink.
Yeah, literally could have gone anyone's way, but neither wanted to go for that big full commit. They wanted to wait for their spawners, so, you know, nice to have that opportunity and showing that, you know, it is high-pressure situation, but they're still remaining a little bit calm, not losing their heads, not just being like, you know, I'm God's chosen one and we'll go for every frag.
Unlike me, that's how I would have played it. It's because I got bigger balls than these players.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Nay balls. We cojones. Bang.
Round 5.
Absto finishes up the round, and we're 2-2 here on Furnace.
Yeah, way, way, way closer. So, still opportunities for every team to be working things out. Doesn't have to be a 2-0. We don't need a day full of entirely 2-0s. We do see frags getting traded now. Apple picking up 1 as well. Going to be no super huge engagements. Nice rails again from Abso.
They are on Warsaw. Rafflecopter. Smolik going to get taken down, and for 20 seconds, Fortune now needs to live 1v3. It doesn't happen. 3-2. And map, match, and losers bracket point. No, qualification point for 3K.
Oh, and this may well be a little bit of a bloodbath early on. Everyone's very, very built up. Somehow, it's only Abso going down there, but you see... Whew, that was a cheeky little pipe.
You love to see it. Abso chiming in. Smolik left with Pavel for company. Very low here as Krizza barrels on down. Hits the pincer. Beautiful stuff from him. Fortune and Pavel on this high ground. Just trying to fend off Abso for the moment. But, ooh, it looks like Pavel's friends wandered off. Bit of miscommunication, I'm imagining. They're going to heal up in this corner. And this is risky. I've seen this go wrong. But they're all right. And they've won. All right. Commentary. It's nonsense, isn't it? We should all stop it.
It is what it is. So, you know, I'm going to tell you this is going to be a really long, drawn-out round this time. And it's actually going to be everyone, oh my god, in the same, like, 5 meters. Squared damage is good. No one's actually taken enough to really go down yet. Some heal ups there from 3K. We do manage to pick up 1. Everyone's going to take a moment just to relax, breathe, get their players back up, before continuing just this absolute death's door that is trying to play on the height.
Yeah. High ground giveth and high ground taketh away. Fortune gonna fall. Krizza and Abso both looking very healthy. Luminous fresh spawn as well. Pavel and Smolik with just their HP remaining. This could get a little bit awkward. Abso gonna find Pavel. And Krizza from range. Smolik. Very low now.
Oh, yeah. Seeing a little bit here and there. It is actually somehow all on Luminous. He's got decent attack, but there's 3 guys. He is just getting chased absolutely everywhere. There are LGs
And it's
all
over.
over the map. will actually get taken down. So, my God.
4-3, and we go to a third map.
Is that allowed?
For the
Can we
first
do
time
that?
today. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a thing. You know what this means, though? It means this will probably be our last series of the day because we won't get into the other qualification matches if this goes long. What a shame. We'll
What
have
can
to
you
see
do?
how it goes.
I mean,
So,
ooh,
is this real?
is this what they're playing? Hello.
Could be. That'd be interesting if they go Wipeout again after that. I would really have expected. Yeah, I actually really like 3K on Oxide or something. That would be my guess.
Ah,
Icefall.
Oh, we've got an Icefall. Okay. Still Extinction.
yeah, makes sense. I was gonna say if you'd continuing to Wellspring, that would be a very interesting way of ending things. Almost I feel like that would be more like an ego recovery kind of. No. We can win this. We'll show you.
Yeah.
But looks like they just want to win normally.
Yeah, you've got Luminous, who's probably played more TDM pickups than anybody. You've got Absol and Krizza, both previous world champions in TDM, I believe. You want to go to the map that's most like TDM.
Yeah. See, I'd like to see another really close map, you know, super like back and forth, you know, each team kind of doing their thingy, but I've casted too many best of threes. Well, I feel like it always works this way in any game, in any esport ever. You know, you'll have two pretty kind of close thingies, and then the third map will just be like a whitewash, just almost to be like, you know what? No.
Yeah, always. Grand finals also always suck.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We had an unfortunate one a few years ago in the world of TF2. It was the I-52 finals, I believe it was, all the way in I think that was when it was in Coventry. Yeah, and you know, it was great, but it was so embarrassing for Europe. You know, we let the NA side win for some reason. So now we just insist there was a hurricane, and then it never got played. You know, nothing you could do. Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Rumble with Absa. I would say, at this present moment, the most dangerous man on the server. You're very calm POV as our Absa. Doesn't flick very much. Very reserved. Classical German player. Efficient.
Efficient, yeah, definitely. Looking like it so far. Not really missed a shot so far. Does get eventually taken down now by Fortune, so won't get to keep going forever, but already the disparity is starting to show. 3K looking already in a fairly comfortable position. Amso wanting to take the fight. Chris, a nice little rail there's going to be looking good. Huge high ground advantage.
Yeah, a little bit difficult with the weaponry he had there, but it's Smolik left last alive, and here's Abso. 55 seconds in, we don't even get a look at the power-up.
No, absolutely nothing getting involved there, and this is...
Round 2.
Chris is already 4 for 0. Put in work so far.
Not bad, not bad. So Pavel and Fortune are TDM champions, that's true. But I feel like if you're confident in your own abilities, which you should be, as Abso, Charisma, and Luminous, that you like that pick anyway. Smolik having fallen, as is Fortune, and he will take another spill. Pavel can't contest this thread, gives it over to Smolik. Very low on the side of 102 right now.
Yeah, PDC, Chris are picking up Fortune now. Nice little roll there from Abso. Once again, they're in a decent position. Pretty much all around. They do actually have, yeah, but those two quick pickups, it's actually going to get closer towards equalizing things now. So, not too bad. They have a moment to breathe, get some respite, see what's going on. We do finally see Power Up get involved.
Pavel on the Vanguard. Vanguard pretty powerful. 2 times damage resistance. You can't play super recklessly with it, but you can play pretty recklessly with it.
I feel like the situation where he eats 3 directs there, gets a frag on Abso, that is showing the power of it right there.
Yeah. And that's also the exception, right? Usually you don't get donked 3 times. and you get even more mileage out of it. Tied on lives right now, but stat. Well, it's really just Pavel. He's got a red and getting knocked down. Now it's Pavel on the fresh spawn, and just like that, the last life. Love to get onto this Mega. Is going to push through with the help of a blaster wielding teammate. Now all three able to group up. Here's Pavel up against Luminous. The rockets are good. 10 HP now. A tickle of MG would take him down, and oh, this is very iffy indeed if you're on 102.
This is so, yeah, terrifying. Gonna get taken down there, like you said. One little tickle there from Luminous will be going down. And this will be 3K looking pretty solid. Possibly a reason why they wanted to play this.
Yeah, they're looking good, aren't they? Off the bat, though, Pavel with a lovely direct.
Yeah, we see just little skirmishes here and there. No big, dramatic bunching up this. Yeah, the health is not looking good for 102 at all. Luminous picks up one. Pavel now tries to commit. He is the healthiest here. That one already does get taken down. Not quite able to best out Carissa there, so they could have got a lot of... I don't know, they could have been in a really nice position if they'd just won that engagement, but didn't quite go their way. Still so much bad health on the side of 3K.
Yeah, exactly. And Luminous and Grizza chime on in. It's 3 lives versus 6 right now. As Absol tries to make himself a nuisance. Siphonator has spawned. Nobody on it just yet. It's going to go to Smallick. All right, let's see what they can do now with Para. Going to be overhealed. You'll be familiar with that. Smallick. Oh, but Luminous is there. And it's now just Pavel. Oh, no.
That is...
From bad to worse.
It was such an opportunity. And yet, somehow, Luminous is so huge. Pavel going down now. One soul little life in the hands of Pavel. He's already actually taking some damage as well, so it's not looking super good. A lot of pressure right now. And there's Abso he's got to be dealing with as well.
Pavel going to be on the red, though. And they're going to get the ping from the Ghost Soul to know where Abso is. How do they act? Pavel can see him. Going to go through the telly. The aggressive play, perhaps. Abso scoots on over to Shaft. They're both going to make the call. Life leaders are here. Abso to fall, and Pavel lives long enough to get onto this red armor once again. And it's a lovely little bit of play, a lovely rotation from 102 there.
This is basically perfect timing. It's exactly what they needed. Yeah, I was going to say that was such a good position already, but Pavel didn't even need to get involved. So round on the board.
Round 4, 2, 1.
We're going to stick with Pavel as they try to make this comeback happen. This is a best of 7 in Extinction. So first of all.
Appreciating Pavel just kind of living his life right now, just wandering around a little bit, trying to get into an opportunity. Oh my god, so unfortunate fortune there, but we'll get avenged by his brother-in-arms. So it's okay, in a position once again to try and do things the same low ground position, but Fortune picks up one. Not too bad. The flank does come in. Ooh, possibly a little piece of working out decently, but still not too many frags traded each way. So okay, those two are going to be important now, so this is actually... Pavel's got 3 lives of his own, but it is just him. He is the only player who's going to really matter at this point. But we did see him clutch it out before. Nice frag there on Luminous. Is going to be opening up an avenue for him to just work wonders.
Yep, absolutely. And it's great when you have the luxury of this power-up that you don't particularly need, but it's useful. It's going to take down Pavel once. Ghost comes in. It's going to be Smallick with the Vindicator for these last remaining seconds, and he's going to find Abso, and that's a huge pick. Now I actually favor 102 here. Pavel with the mega health, Abso with not a whole lot, Smallick pushing in, but it's a duo of rockets that takes him down. Pavel still with this HP, gonna get himself onto the red. Abso needs to knock him down and he can't. It's over, 2-2.
Very, very nicely done. Same kind of situation. Both of these successful rounds for 102. They are actually seeming to get like, I don't know, they're finding something which is working for them.
They really are, and they're coming out clutch, I feel, when it matters.
Possibly going to be a little bit upsetting on the side of 3K as well, you know? They clearly felt confident going towards this map, suddenly getting your 2-round advantage nullified. Such a stylish fashion as well. They might be getting a little bit of that self-doubt in the back of their heads, you know?
Mirrored scores right now, 3-2 and 2, 3-2 and 2. Pavel with the mega, Grizzer with the red.
Incoming Vanguard.
They're going to be fighting for this next red. Absolutely pivotal for the power-up play after it as well. Luminous going to be on the red, and Pavel thinks better of it. Walks away. Vanguard now in the hands of Lumina. Doesn't have a whole lot of HP, but he's going to come over to 50, and now he can go on the offensive.
Yep, just needs to find the right guy to go on. Actually, it is Pavel getting the better end of that, so...
Pavel has so much HP.
Yeah. Getting more frags as well, picking up Carissa. This is... It's looking like a pretty decent position. Once again, Pavel with the power-up. He's... Scary position, still picking up another on Carissa. Ooh, nice rocket down to Luminous as well. 3 lives on Abso. Only player on his team with really anything. I feel like Pavel is just doing so much. Obviously, the team's specifically playing around him, but they're doing absolutely what they need to.
Yeah. Can't disagree with you at all. What does need to be taken note of, though, is Abso right now with this stack. 1v2, takes down Smolik, turns around, but Fortune takes him. And if they worked so hard to get that stack for Abso, it's going to be hard to build it back up. Red in 3, Pavel's there. Easy pickup, completely uncontested. And Abso, you can see his health dwindling a little bit. Has to play it plus back with the pincer, knocked down by Pavel, though, who's still standing strong and looming large.
This is so scary.
Yeah,
It's
Mega
happening.
as well. Pavel's so big right now.
Yeah, he is. He has got fat stacks right now. He's going to start influencing government policy.
No, that's super packs, not stacked. But you aren't wrong. Ah, mate, I don't wonder what the equivalent is in Russia. They have lobbying in Russia? They need lobbying in Russia.
I have no idea.
I have no idea how any of Russian governance works. I've just realized. What do they even have? Is Putin a president or a prime minister? What's going on?
I think he's kind of whatever he wants to be.
Yeah?
Whatever the mood
The God
mood
Emperor?
decides to give him, you know?
Is he the God Emperor of Russia? The Chancellor? Could be a lot of things. I'm going to look that up after this cast. Abso with the Vanguard, living. Getting quite drawn out this round. Pavel, his stack's gone away. And one of his lives has too. Pavel falls again. 1 life versus 1, and Abso's got a red. A full complement of weaponry. This has turned on its head. Abso doesn't want to take any sort of fight versus a ghost though.
Gonna come.
Oh, and Pavel's just gifted him.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad.
Game starts in round 6. 2,
You hate to see it.
1. Fight.
Such an opportunity. They could have maybe just delayed that a little bit longer, but credit where it's due. Abso coming through. They didn't want to lose another round in that exact same way, so looking pretty decent. Still close though. A lot to work with. Still on the side of 102.
Someone said the code word in chat, lager beer, so I'm now contractually obliged to go grab a beer mid-cast. It's the Tim Conway. I'll be back in a bit.
Right, you are. I wouldn't want to mess with the contracts, you know? It's all serious stuff. Just gonna praise Luminous for getting a couple frags there, but he's gonna go down as well. Pavel pick it up more and more. Abso this time, not gonna be the last guy on his team at all. No lies for him. Goodbye, buddy. Gonna get focused down just a little bit now. Gonna try and be getting onto Fortune now. Does pick him up. Looking good once again. Finding with Luminous to get themselves a bit of an advantage. And this is Luminous with the power up now, giving some health to his buddies. Having a good time. Lives fairly comparable. Pavel somehow winning that little 1v1 on basically 0 HP. Just about now going down, so
Luminous.
2 lives in 1 and 2 lives in 1.
With the Siphonator. I'm back.
You are.
We've got a Heineken. We're having a good day.
Are the target.
Krizza left alone now, 40 HP. Red in 5, but this is a dangerous place to be at the best of times.
Chris
What
and
did I
Pavel.
miss? Anything interesting?
You know, people fought, people died, people made up in the end, you know. They're all friends. It was a nice family, wholesome ending.
Nice. Pavel. On his lonesome, as is Krizza. 2 lives to Pavel, though. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Krizza alone, 1v2. It's not going to happen. And we go to the rubber round of the rubber mat for the losers qualifier. This is
7.
literally the final hurdle.
Fight.
This is as close as you could physically get now. It is going to be everything on this one little round. Important to note, the last round they did have Abso lose all his lives super early, and where they've been finding success really has been him clutching things out. So interesting to see how they try and approach things. At least he does get one to begin with. Feed the ego.
What we're after. Abso getting shot in the back by Pavel, and that's a great start for 102. Pavel on this red, no HP to work with. Could make his way to the 50. Chances are that's still up, but Abso swings around and takes him down with just a single tickle of the shaft. Pushing in now. Luminous takes down Smalling. 3-3-2 plays 2-2. This is 3K's round to lose. If they get this Vindicator, nothing should be able to stop them.
They're looking in such a good position. Should even be able to get this frag here towards Fortune. That's nice stuff as well. They're in decent
The
position.
Vindicator a
Pavel, though.
lifeline here for Pavel.
Yeah, exactly. He has a lot he can work with if he can find these nice little angles. Not super healthy though. Does get the old Mega, so that's going to help him a lot right now. Kind of has to hunt though. Oh, there we go. There's 2, possibly a 3rd as well. Very nicely done. And he gets the red as well.
And we're all even, but the stacks very much in favor of 102. Blue as well. Pavel's getting big once again. Luminous fighting here. Gonna get taken down by Pavel, and Chris is not that healthy. It's all on Luminous now. A fresh spawn up against Pavel and Fortune. 2 lives and 1 respectively. This could still go either way, but advantage definitely in favor of.
This has been an absolutely huge round for Pavel. Basically, everything's been working for him so far. We do see scrappy fights, nothing really of any importance currently, though.
Luminous gonna make it happen. Pavel's left pretty low. I honestly don't even know whose position I favor. I think with that red pickup on Pavel, it goes the way once again of 102, but this is a very volatile game right now, and it could swing at a moment's notice. It's one rocket here or there that's going to make the difference. Luminous, constantly besieged, but holds his own.
Yeah, nice little rocket. Still not going to make a great deal. They can just get...
No! Pavel!
Give him the spawn.
He was so greedy to shot for that red. His team didn't secure it. Luminous so left pretty low himself now, and with Vindicator coming up, oh, who has the balls to show up? It's going to be on Abso left with 14 HP. Pavel doesn't die. Luminous does. and 102 qualify on day one of the EU team's November Test Series tournament.
That was literally like as close as you actually could have ended up having that.
Yeah,
That was so neck and neck in the end.
that was superb, honestly. Whew. Well, we're going to take a brief break and then we'll come back with one final series for the day. We'll see you in a sec.
Our backs against the wall.
Excellent.
Seems impossible, but there's nobody else on by my side standing with me to take this fight through the rise and fall. With our fearless hearts, we could be odds, and we could live for 1,000 years. We could be legends if we all go down. If our time is now, we could let everyone know we were here. Could be legends. We dream so colorful. Oh, we love so strong. The world is relentless, the city won't sleep. It hardens your soul, brings you to your knees. We can face it all. With our fearless hearts, we could be odds, and we could live for 1,000 years. We could be legends if we all go down.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bum. I'm back with Epoli. We're here coming at you with Godspeed You Egg Emperor versus the Finns. How you doing, Epoli?
I'm doing pretty good. This is the TF2 takeover of your nice wholesome Diabotical stream. So, you know, if you're looking for amazing insight and all of that, you're gonna have to wait for you have to wait for the big boys to come back. Another time. I have been informed though, should be fairly interesting game we get going on here. We're seeing everyone get themselves all set up, all comfortable. You know, you got to adjust your 400-pound gamer seat and, you know, make your G Fuel. Do you make G Fuel? I don't know what G Fuel really is, but you got to do something with it.
I've never used a G Fuel myself, so I wouldn't know either. Is it
sound
like
like
one of
you're
those
on call right
powders
now.
that you like drop in water and it invents a wild wacky drink?
No idea. I don't think they're going to sponsor us anyway at the minute, so I'm not overly worried at this point. We'll just see how it all goes. I think this most likely should be our last series of the day, so hopefully we'll see something similar to the last one we just covered. That was super neck and neck the entire way, and obviously we did have one of you just about eking it out in the end, thanks to the incredible work of Pavel. So hoping to see something along a similar lines. Not quite sure what maps we're going to be going into just yet, but we'll give them a couple seconds to get themselves sorted, and then hopefully we'll start looking to go.
Yeah, looks like we're starting on Wipeout on Furnace. So yeah, hopefully we do end tonight with a bang rather than a whimper. We just had a very good game, and this is our second time covering Godspeed You Egg Emperor tonight. Had a bit of an... Yeah, it is a good name. Had a bit of an unfortunate game earlier, if I remember correctly, getting a bit smashed earlier in the bracket, but
Excellent.
they're coming back to see if they can beat out the Finnish people here in the last round.
I believe them. I have absolute faith based on my basically zero knowledge of these players or teams. I have absolutely faith in them, literally just because Godspeed You Egg Emperor is a cooler name than Balcony Gaming. You know, Balcony Gaming's like fine, but you got to get your egg-related puns in the world of Diabotical. You know, you gotta show some respect to the roots of things.
And they have Benzo Ingester, which is also a funny name, along with Godspeed You Egg Emperor. So, you know, I'm hoping for them to win based on both of those funny names and no other information about any of these players.
You know, it's all it is what it is. Looks like, yeah, we are actually going to be starting off with Wipeout, so that's going to be a little bit interesting. We've not really seen much of it today at all. We've seen a couple times, but primarily we've seen a lot of MacGuffin and Extinction, so possibly a little bit interesting. Not entirely sure whose pick this is, but whichever team it is, I'm sure they'll do just brilliant.
Oh, yeah, I've missed it. They were talking in lobby chat about whose it was. Oh, I found it. Here we go.
Ooh,
Who said... Gaia picked this, so that's Godspeed You Egg Emperor picking Wipeout on Furnace up first.
So I've done me a little bit of due diligence right now, and I have in fact clarified that Benzo Ingester is still Velia's. So there you go. I'll try and remember that as much as possible as we look to be getting ourselves live here. Like I said, this will be Wipeout. We will be on Furnace for what will be most likely our last series of the day. You see no great engagements just yet. Playing a little bit the old range fight, trying to get some early damage. You see many of these players just playing towards the high ground, but just Rail's going everywhere, and it will be Veli's picking up that first frag of the game. Not super important though.
Yep, Strongest here on the low ground. Gaia actually picks up 2, and Strongest is the last man alive. He will manage to take down Benzo Ingester, dropping on him from above. Valiar's not able to pick up that final frag for the win yet. And everyone's on very fast respawns at the moment. We're straight back to a 3v3.
Yeah, will just be, again, another frag for guy looking pretty good. We do see the aggro jump in there. You see, oh, nice little rail there from Velios. Sends some dominance, and he wants more as well, trying to get this nice, quick early round, and does succeed, and stylishly as well. So, nice little start to the game there. Momentum already in the hands of Godspeed You, Egg Emperor. And, you know, I feel like hitting some of those crispy shots, it's always nice to start the game off like that, you know? It's going to be in the back of the enemy team's heads, but not too much. New round, new me.
Yeah, we do have Balcony Gaming fully controlling this high ground in the middle of the map here. Pekka now dropping off to see if he can get a frag and failing his jump back up. Trulzy will be able to take down Valios there, though.
Yeah, no one's feeling super interested in bringing anyone too much. Nope, nope. Frags now traded every which way. But it is going to be just trying to find out a little bit of actually a team fight right now. Pekka possibly could look to continue if you want. It is actually Velios picking up that frag there with the rail. Gaia does know some of these players a little bit weak, so possibly could try and go forward, but he's just so weak as well. Should be looking at taking down just about, actually, somehow getting out perfectly safe, but this is a little bit difficult. Both Velios and Gaia, yep, they were both so weak with no armor as well. So Gaia going down, getting the early spawn, getting his fat stack back up and good to go, with Velios dying as well. They should be looking pretty stacked soon.
Oh, Pekka just hit like 5 directs in a row, followed by the rail. Absolutely destroys. And now
this is actually a 1v1. Actually, this could literally be it right now. This is super close. We do see Velios basically spawning now, but this is going to make it a little bit difficult for Gaia because no longer getting that regen. We do see another on the side of Godspeed going to be spawning. This is going to be shortly turning into another 3v3. Gaia up in 7 seconds, and I think they're just going to wait just a moment. That could have been the game just then. We do see aggression now on the side of Balcony Gaming. They do get forward, get that one frag. 35-second spawns does mean that this is going to be a 3 versus 2 for quite a while now. If they can look and take this man advantage, see if they can convert it into a round.
Yep, but the respawners do have a lot better stacks than all of the side of Balcony Gaming right now, so they won't be too in the lead. They won't be chasing anything. Pekka is now the last one alive. They're just waiting for the respawn from Hal, and then they should be hunting him down as fast as possible. He only has 120 health here, Pekka, up against 3 pretty much fully stacked members of Godspeed You, Egg Emperor. They do sniff him out, hiding in the lower area here, but Pekka has his respawn just in time. So now it's going to be strongest in the 1v3 instead.
This is basically like playing one of those like survival horror games, really. This is like, I don't know, whatever that random alien game was. Just basically just crawling around, trying not to get spotted just until he gets his buddy Trulzy spawning now. So this is 2 versus 3 little situation. Oh, he does find him actually taking 5 versus 2 of them. Does manage to at least get a trade, which is reasonable. But once again, it is strongest to try and do everything right now. Has got that regen, so is looking just a little bit okay. This is a scrappy little fight right now. He's so weak. Does hit that all-important direct, but will be going down right at the end. Nicely played. And this is good little advantage now for Godspeed You, Egg Emperor. Couple rounds, took it down a little bit to the wire a couple times there, but they're getting rounds on the board, you know?
Just Trulzy got a bit ahead of himself off the respawn, ran straight into 2 people. At least he managed to trade, but that was pretty much the end of the round right there. The respawns were just so long for them. Now we are trading some frags at the start. These just building up the respawn time for later, pretty much. Not expecting anyone to get wipes as of yet. But as I say that, in fact, Hal is the last one alive, but his respawns are up immediately.
This is actually looking pretty well for them. They keep getting more and more already, like he said. Getting these times up on the side of Balcony Gaming. So Pekka's going to be up in just a second. Just continued little opportunities where they can try and spot out people just a little bit too far away from their team, or get into a decent little position. The stacks are better on the side of balcony, so they could look to go if they so wish, but it's difficult to get too far forward without being spotted out.
Yep. Gaia and Trulzy have gone 1-for-1 at the moment. Strongest now taking a fight versus Hal in the low ground. He's going to win that one out on very low health. Couple of heal balls here to heal up for the side of Balcony Gaming. Benzo and Jester, Valiar's last one alive for his side. He's going to take down Pekka while getting chased down. Nice uphill direct for Strongest into the combo. Delightful little rail, and he carries on hitting them. 2 players now facing him from mid, trying to get the frag. Only Strongest left alive for 20 seconds. He's not going to be able to withhold that. And it's 3-0 here for Godspeed.
Yeah, they're looking pretty happy here. Even though there's some kind of trading engagements back and forth, they're still looking, definitely the more comfortable team now. Early scrappy fights as per usual, just trading a little bit here and there. Valez is going to get moved down by a couple buddies now. This is actually Hal winning out a few engagements of his own, so okay, they do find themselves on quite a bit of high ground. They can take a moment just to chill. That's Pekka takes the fight directly to them alongside Strongest as well, so that's an engagement which could possibly go well. With the Strongest going down, Pekka has to just try and scarper away, no longer with his buddy to fight with him.
Trulzy, last man standing, less than 100 health. Not a great position to be in, but at least the respawns are fast so far. Just smoked himself off in a corner. Strongest is up, Pekka's up in 8, then we'll be in a 3 versus 3. But still, the stack advantage will be against them, as in fact Trulzy will immediately get taken down. There's a lot of damage from Hal on Strongest here. Strongest going to get cleaned up as well. And look at the difference in spawn time.
Pekka! That's actually so fat just then. The spawn, like you said, because they're so low, there was not really a window to just go for the kind of GG push, but this is actually now looking pretty good. Hal is the only remaining player. Got this LG, and the regen is going to be so powerful there. Now it is a 2 versus 1, quite a considerable period of time where it's just Trulzy living his best life. It's gonna be rough.
Godspeed can pretty much just wait for the full reset, and in the 3v3 they'll have such an advantage. Pekka's spawn is so long compared to everyone on the side of Speed, and as the team fight comes in here, Gaia's going to take down the first 2, and then they do just get wiped at the end there. So 4-0 going the way of Godspeed. Very convincing.
Yeah, pretty solid. Definitely, they were pretty happy with that one. It was, like I said, some engagement got traded back and forth. They always felt like they were in control. Some smart players were in terms of how they're taking the engagements and not rushing things.
Crystal Cove.
Good stuff to see, and possibly looking to be another one of those 2 maps to 0 kind of series. But you know what? I have faith in my boys. I have faith in the old Balcony Gaming. They can bring it back.
Oh, we're going to another fragging game mode yet. Next, it sounds like they want to play Icefall, so we'll be seeing a bit of elimination.
Very nice. We're gonna, classic thing. This is all, this is one of those things. Doesn't really matter what the game is. Fiddling around with maps and servers and stuff, in between games. It's one of my favorite things. Granted, I will say, turns out in Diabotical, much easier to just change things, You don't wait around for 20 minutes, everyone bickers and moans, Diabotical, they just play the game. Shout out to Diabotical players for playing the game.
I love it when people do that, personally. As a man who talks about games that get played, it's always nice for them to get played,
I couldn't agree with you more. You're just speaking the truth right now. Okay, this is going to be getting everyone set up right now. I feel like if you're on the side of Godspeed You Egg Emperor, you're kind of just thinking right now, well, we did it in Wipeout. It is a different game mode, but it is still ultimately frag people. Possibly they're thinking they should be a little bit favored here as well, but at the same time, I believe this would have been a pick of Balcony Gaming, so there's gonna be a reason behind this decision. I would imagine, probably.
Yeah. Not going straight to. If they were really scared about the fragging elimination type modes, as you say, we'd probably be taken straight to MacGuffin. But they're willing to give it another go on elimination here, so we'll see how this one goes. Pekka already incredibly low taking a fight.
Yeah, we do see just walking around a little bit, trying to get themselves some of these more important items, get themselves into a decent position now as well. Strongest going to be opened up this round, taking down Valiers, so not too bad there as well. Okay, there's
Valiers
really
on the respawn is already super weak, so he's down to life number 1, and that's fine. He can even afford to give up his final life. He'll keep respawning and still be able to knock lives off the enemy team, so we'll take down Pekka in the trade, with Strongest cleaning up afterwards.
Yeah, there's so much of a fight. It is going to be Guy picking up this Vindicator right now, so in the position to just absolutely nuke down life after life if he can just get himself attached to the right place. He has picked up LG as well, so the amount of damage he can output is huge, but he's got to find the players first. Looks like everyone's playing the dance around kind of game, you know, trying just to avoid it as much as possible. This is Strongest and Valier is going to be players already entirely out of lives. So this is a decent position on the side of Godspeed. They're looking pretty okay.
And Strongest being the only person to die to that Vindicator is absolutely fine by him. He was just trying to bait the fire. He's already eliminated, so, you know, he might as well throw away another life to stop his teammates from losing any of theirs. Trulzy taken down, though, will put the life advantage heavily in the favor of Godspeed right now. 6 lives total to 3.
They're looking pretty solid now. Guy's pretty low, but can almost afford to just kind of run in and die if they so wish, but no real reason to just yet. We do see another frag, not super important, but he's looking okay. Trulzy's so weak right now. It is actually Pekka going to be going down, so this is a significant issue. Lives not looking good at all on the side of Balcony Gaming. And they're only really able to get onto Valiers. Kind of crazy how, they can get these frags, but they just basically don't matter.
It looks like Hal and Gaia are like camping out, making rooms their fortress, and then they're just letting Valiers run around, kind of scout out, do chip damage off of the stack, and throw his life away, seeing as it doesn't really matter whether he dies or not. Enzo and Jester will take down Strongest once again, but it's literally only Pekka that matters at the moment. The power-up belongs to him now, so he can go hunting. But he only finds the ghost, and he'll get taken down for it. So 1-0 to Godspeed.
Yeah, looking pretty good again. I feel like that was kind of sad there. Like, he needed the health, absolutely. If he could have just lived just a little bit longer, maybe he got himself some armor as well. Like, he could have just started nuking, but really good reads there from Godspeed. Getting, taking any opportunity away. So, turns out they quite know what they're doing.
Yeah, as Pekka is the only one to fall so far on the side of Balcony Gaming. He'll get taken down again, so Strongest actually falling now as well. Means that both teams have this 1-2-3 setup of lives. I'm expecting it to be sort of the same as last time, but it seems that it's not always the same players throwing their lives away for these teams. They aren't purposefully trying to kind of play with certain players being the life leaders by the looks of things.
Oh, we're seeing scrappy fights, and firmly in the hands of Godspeed. This is Trulzy, 1 life for everyone on the side of Godspeed. Still got at least 1 life to be playing with right now. This is going to be kind of a nutty uphill struggle if you can really achieve anything. You do see, yeah, scrappy fights going on. Chulzy going down to 9 HP. He's going to be so weak. Gonna get chased down, taken down as well. Second round. Easily won there by Godspeed.
Game starts in 3,
Yeah,
3,
one life left between your whole team, and then you let the enemy get the power up. It's gonna be over from there. And yeah, Godspeed do just chase down and find that last frag.
Now, I will say, a little bit earlier on today, we did see in our closest series exactly this situation. The very dominating team did go 2 rounds up to then basically kind of get almost reverse sweeped a little bit and then actually end up losing the map. So by no means completely out of the equation here for Balcony Gaming. We do see picking up the red now. He wants to go on the hunt, wants to chase to try and get this frag all the way towards Trawsy. Will get him alongside his buddy there. Not too bad stuff. Wasn't the cleanest though. But that's okay. Doesn't have to be.
incoming Siphonator.
Yeah, there's pretty much 2 down, 3 down now as Trawsy loses yet another life, but it's perfect so far on the side of Godspeed. No one's dropped yet, but this early it doesn't quite matter. One of your players can literally get eliminated at this point and you'll still be on the comeback because that ghost can keep fragging despite having no lives of their own.
Oh, Peck is in a bit of a position with, yeah, he's got the power up right now, looking pretty good, can just live basically forever with this LG as well. So close to dying both times and getting both frags, so that's gonna kind of crack open this Godspeed defense a little bit. Oh, and then he just runs into a rocket. Oh my days. Okay, alright, settle down, buddy.
Gaia taking down 2 and then the rail combo helping off with another kill. So Trawsy, the first player to get eliminated from this game, now has no lives, but still in the mix to try and take down the enemy's lives. And now, of course, Benzo and Jester falling too. Pekka will get fragged off by Gaia, but he's just a ghost. It doesn't matter. Strongest, however, does. And now he has the last life of his entire team against 4 lives.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult now. He will at least be able to get himself a little bit of armor, a little bit of position. He has been spotted out though, and Gaia wants to go on the offensive now. And yeah, they're going to combine. Super easy pincer there. Good reads and calls. Looking very, very comfortable. 3-0 already.
Yep,
You
we're
need
1 away from
a
the
pretty
end.
huge comeback. Yeah, you need a pretty huge comeback from Balcony here.
And that's not how you start it. Strongest immediately going down, despite having the best stack on his team at the beginning of that round. Pekka falling as well. Strongest caught out in a 1v1 with Gaia. He's going to get shotgunned into the floor, and the lives are bleeding away so quickly on the side of Balcony Gaming.
Oh my days, yeah, this is looking pretty rough. They do manage to get a couple back as well. This scrappy little fight actually could do wonders for them. That's what a nice situation. The health isn't looking fantastic. Strongest is going to have to try and get himself in a bit of a situation. He is a little bit scary there. Yeah, with picking up Pekka now, this is going to be super rough. Massive life disparity. And Strongest still weak, and he is actually going to be going down as well. So it's all on Trawsy. 1 solo little life, and they know where he is as well. They need to just be getting straight on this aggressive 37 HP. Does at least get the red, which is a good start to things, but Brother's got to be a little bit worried right now. Everything is on him, and Gaia has this. Oh my god. Able to deal just so much damage right now. So far, only on the players that don't particularly matter. Trawsy's got to be quaking in his boots right now.
Yep, he takes down Pekka again, but all these players are just doing a marvelous job at showing themselves to just delay them finding Trawsy. The power-up has to deal with them first. Gaia still has it though, he's chasing through, it wears off now, and Trawsy escapes with his life. He actually gets a frag onto Benzo and Jester.
Oh, he's so weak though, so weak, and it's going to be called his position. He needs his protection detail to be putting in serious work right now. 1 HP! Ooh, we do see just about potentially an opportunity. Gaia does only have 2 lives, so if they could get Trawsy a little bit more healthy, a little bit stacked right now, this is an opportunity to possibly take a round away.
Yeah, but
They
look at
kinda
the stack
can't really afford
difference
to
in
make
the
any
life
mistakes.
leaders. Gaia is 100, 200. Trulzy is barely 100 on each, only just gets the health now. And Gaia will take a frag. He's looking for more with this big stack he's accumulated.
Yeah, this is... It's a scary position. He can still do this.
Oh,
He has
Trulzy's
been
against
found.
2 ghosts.
Victory.
And that's going to be it. Unfortunate potential little opportunity there, but it won't be everything they need. And in the end, this is going to be pretty dominating 2 maps there.
Yeah, even that last round taking a little longer, Trulzy never really had a chance. They were just in control of all the big items, taking the stack, and keeping him oppressed pretty much throughout that last round. Just masterclass from Godspeed, and they take it cleanly with the 4-0.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there. And yeah, kind of, I believe after that first map, kind of what was expected, but still good to see some little bits of back and forth. Okay, so that's going to be our series done. I believe that may well be it in terms of what we're covering today. I do believe the man with a plan is back though.
I'm always here, listening, judging, ruminating, being sinister. That is us for today. We will be back tomorrow with day 2 of the qualifiers. Those that didn't manage to make it today will play tomorrow. And there's not much else to be said apart from thank you to my lovely, lovely co-casters, Epley and Bum. Thank you very much for being on.
Thank
It's
you for having me.
it's been an experience, you know. I'm sure people could very much tell, not super used to it, but it was good fun. Hopefully, you know, we'll get the chance to improve more and more as time goes by.
Absolutely. But you did a sterling job. As always, Adam, the man who's pushing the buttons, the hero in my heart. Thank you very much for your dedicated service. And thank you to everyone that has watched. Tune in again tomorrow. We'll be back with more Diabotical EU Teams action. Until then, you have a great time. Be safe and goodbye.